Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefa.
SmileyJizzle.
Chris O.D. in the building.
What's good? What's good, everybody? We got special guests live from the Onyx, performance over the weekend.
Appreciate that,
You
bro.
know what I mean? Real hip hop.
Real hip hop, you know. Definitely appreciate y'all coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, so
That situation wild.
yo, we about to chime in on that. Definitely.
That's crazy.
So how's everybody weekend been so far? Like, I know you had a festive situation. Outside of all of that, like how was your weekend looking?
It was peace, man. You know, chilling with my daughter. She had her little friends come over and shit. You know what I'm saying? I try to let her get that type of freedom when she doing good in school. And she hold her on every time she get like a good grade on her test. Daddy, I got this on my test.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? It's bribery though.
Ah.
It's bribery because her mother don't give a fuck.
They always be good when they want something, right?
Yeah.
That's how I was. Huh?
Yeah, that's why I can't knock it. You see what I'm saying?
You know the funny shit? Like that's how I was, but that's also how my little brother was. Like I remember my little brother, he a grown ass man, so me hearing me say this, I'm like, oh, I ain't no little kid. He don't say that, but my brother used to do good in school for a little bit. He did good a little bit, but sometimes he has little moments, right? And I remember I was like, yo, if you be good, if you get honors for the next marking period, I'll get you I think I said I'll get him a PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I know he work his ass off.
Motherfucker, this nigga got honors. I'm like, damn, you know what? I'm fucking man of my word.
You gotta get him.
Got this motherfucker a PlayStation. Yeah. He fucking gets in trouble. My mother takes the PlayStation from him, so he couldn't even play it. So now I'm like, well, fuck it. I ain't gonna let this motherfucker go to waste. Give me this shit. Bring it upstairs. So I went upstairs. So on the weekend, he got to play his PlayStation, but I had it up here. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like kids is funny. How about you? How's your weekend? Yeah, I know. It's weekends just been weekends lately. You know what I mean? Because everybody be going through shit. Like I was at work, right? At my job. Because I have another job. And at work, it's like, you know, you have a work-life balance. Like we're all human beings. So like you gotta understand like the journey of I always talk about the journey of a man, but it's like it's some real shit because like you can't understand a man until you walk in his shoes. So walking in a man's shoes is shit that a man have to deal with versus what a woman have, and not making it like no gender shit, you know what I mean? But we both have to deal with certain things, but a man just have to keep it in stride. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm going through what I'm going through, but I still gotta make a way regardless. So like when you at work, you know, you expected to handle your business. If you're entry level, you know, you still gotta come to work, you still gotta clock in, you know, but you can get days off, you can do whatever, you know what I mean? You can't do whatever, but you can call out, you can do whatever. But when you're a certain position, you gotta be there for meetings or whatever, and excessive days off or excessive not being available or not being reliable, it just doesn't look good for you as a leader. So then they be like, shit, well, we're going to have to replace you or we're going to have to downgrade you because you're not capable of handling the duties at this particular level. A lot of people that don't have or have never had that position don't understand the magnitude of that responsibility. It's a little bit different. It's not the same as like every single situation where you at work, well, I did my job. It's not a I did my job responsibility when you're responsible for other people. when you're responsible for other adults, it's not I did my job. It's did I make sure that they did their job? Did they do their job the right way? Because if they didn't do their job the right way, then I failed. So it's different when you're dealing with that. And it's so easy. You know, I know a lot of people that have like entry level positions, and their complaints don't really align with my solution to their complaint. So a lot of times they think I'm dismissive of it. But I've been on both sides. Obviously, you got to work entry level before you get to supervisor and shit. Right. So I understand both sides of it. And I was like probably one of the worst type of fucking entry level motherfuckers. Like, because I really didn't care. Like, but then when I have to be responsible for other people, and I got to care. Oh, you know, I got to leave real quick because I got to go to daycare to get my kid, or I got to go pick up my wife because we sharing the car or something. You know what I mean? So all of these things, like, you know, when you tell people, you got to be like, listen, I want you to understand my position in this situation. When you go do this, you're not going to get paid. You know that, right? I mean, well, I'm not gonna get paid. Some people do that. Some people do that. Some people do that. So it's my job to explain. Listen, this is the responsibility. This is what you got to do. And if you don't do this, then this is what's gonna happen. So you got to play it like that. And a lot of times they don't understand it. They don't understand that.
They get it. They don't want to get it. You know what I'm
or
saying?
They just being stubborn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just don't care. Like, I feel like a lot of people go to work and they have these grand expectations, and it's like if shit don't go their way, they're gonna feel like it's everybody else's fault except for their fault. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I had a supervisor, he got fired because he said some racist shit, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, he did his job. So I didn't think he was gonna get fired. But when you start talking racist shit to the only black guy in the motherfucking, you see what I'm saying? Of course, they gonna fire you. And then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he wrote a letter of apology. Like, what the fuck am I gonna read this shit for?
Fuck your apology.
Yeah, like,
after you just racially said some shit, nigga,
over a football game.
I don't want to hear your apology.
Over a football game.
Shit don't fucking count, man.
Crazy, bro.
That shit do not fucking count at that point.
Niggas get too comfortable though. I think he just got too comfortable. He was like, okay, he's cool. He's super cool. He's not gonna say nothing, even if I disrespect him a little bit. Nah, nigga, I'm not one of those, bro.
Yeah, some people be on that turn the other cheek type of shit, but you gotta just look at, and this is what I'm saying, the journey of a man. You could look at situations as a man and you can decide, I'm gonna walk the line or I'm gonna walk away from this situation. Like sometimes it's easy to just walk away from the situation, and sometimes it's not so easy. And in my life, the situations that I've been in, I know which situations I can walk away from and which situations I can't walk away from. Like, for instance, if a nigga got a gun on you and you want to be able to make it home that night, you probably want to think about doing whatever the gunman is telling you to do. But if you just like, you know, you realize that, yeah, it might be getting a little too crazy, I have to take a risk. You will understand where the situation where you need to take a risk. Here's a risk. If the dude is telling you to take your clothes off, that's when you take a risk. If the dude is telling you to give him your wallet, that's when you don't take a risk. Give him your wallet. So it's situations where it's like, because we was talking one day we was having a conversation about it would have been a good conversation for you to be a part of. We were talking about is men's courage in 2026 in question overall. And what we meant by that was it was a discussion on the show called This Might Be Risky. DJ Hamp is the leader of that podcast, and he was saying that he think men today are soft, and not because they didn't go to jail, but because they don't really stand on their principles.
Men raising them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So he's saying by overall, would you say that men are willing to stand on their principles regardless of the consequences? Like for instance, I'm gonna give you this example, and you tell me if before you say you don't agree or whatever, you do agree with it. If you with your daughter and a white man calls you the N word, do you say something in response because you with your daughter, or do you just keep it moving and ignore it because you with your daughter and you want to keep her safe? And why do you feel like it's not or it is an act of courage? Go ahead.
I think it's imperative to make sure that my daughter is the safest that she could be. And I like verbally, I've always explained to my daughter, like, you know, sticks and stones type shit. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk shit too, but we don't have to talk shit back and forth and it escalate into physical altercation. Because in that situation, as mad as I would be, I know that I got to get my daughter out of here. Mm-hmm. Like, if it was just me by myself, and then, you know, that probably be a different answer.
Same example, you got a son.
See, with a son is a little
different. You can't do that.
Let me tell you why.
But you know what? Let me say this. Let me say this because it's gonna get crazy. Let me say this. They're both your responsibility to keep them safe at all costs, at the expense of your life.
You're right.
If you lose your life, you leave them vulnerable to an attack, regardless whether it's your daughter or your son. Yeah. So the answer for your daughter should be the same for your son in that scenario. But this is when we talk about principles as a man. Your principles as a man should always be the same. So if you that nigga like, yo, somebody called me a nigga, my daughter is a black woman. She's a black queen. She gonna understand that nobody's gonna call you a nigga. I don't care if it's a man or anybody. You're not a nigga, you a woman, you a queen. And that's what you want them to see. Right. But if you want to have that energy, you definitely gonna have that same energy for your son. Because the nigga say that, you got the right. Oh, you're gonna step up. Because if you had a daughter, you step up. And your daughter would see that. But you gotta be prepared for all types of situations. I would argue that it's circumstantial because it's loaded. It's hard. It's a hard question to really just answer like that, because when we're talking about men standing on their principles, we have to just say, which is not comfortable to say at all, but we have to say sometimes we take the coward's way out as a man because we have to. Whatever justifies it, we take the coward's way out in most cases, especially nowadays, because none of us want to see time behind bars, even if it's for one night. You know what I mean? None of us want to fucking take that L, and we always use the guise of, well, I gotta be there for my family, and who's gonna take care of them if I get life in prison and all of that. But the dudes that really stand on it, we call them the lesser or whatever, because this dude, he murked this dude because he was trying to hurt his family, and now he's doing life in prison, and they looking at him, well, he's a dummy, he should have went this way. No, he did what a man is supposed to do. So we can't look at him ill because he did what men, by historically definition, biblical, Levitical, or however you want to look at it, it seems like men are supposed to protect women, kids. And how can we do that if we don't stand on our principles and encourage them that these are people that we can look for to protect us in any situation?
You're right. And I agree with everything that you said. The only reason why I would say it would be a little bit different with a boy is because I just see myself as my daughter's age at that time. Like, if my pops was getting into like something, it's like my mentality was already like, instead of run away, it's like, oh,
help.
Yeah,
help
exactly.
Dad.
And that's how
he got to teach you that.
You're right. And that's why I said it's.
But like, if your principles are always the same, he gonna already see that. You're gonna be you're gonna be in the backyard with the gloves on with him.
That's my point.
Push-ups, do your push-ups every morning.
So it will be different with a son, because he's gonna then be like, nah, like, you know what I mean? I would probably have to be the person that's gonna have to calm him down. Because, you know what I mean, he's not.
Because you're teaching him to be a protector.
Exactly.
You're teaching him two things. And I don't like how stoicism is depicted in society. It's not bad. They make it bad. Like feminism, it's not bad, but they make it bad. Like the idea of something being equal for everybody is a good idea because you want shit to be fair. But what it really is just like it's just like one of those things where it's trying to say, well, it has to be like this, but by definition, this is what it is. But then we skew it to fit our narrative. Stoicism is just you're able to compose yourself better, and that's just and that's great for men to be able to teach themselves because life is always going to be stressful. There's always going to be things that's thrown at you, and then you got to stand on your principles to decide whether or not you're going to do this or not. Because it's like, as a man, like, yeah, this happened, but I still got to handle my business. I still got to do.
I got a question for everybody.
Go ahead.
Is stoicism always the best approach for male and female perspective?
Well, women are not meant to be. That's if you're thinking about traditional and what we're supposed to do. Men are supposed to be stoic. Women are that's what they're supposed to be the one that stay out of their emotions, able to think logically in all situations. And the woman is different. You wouldn't refer to a woman as stoic typically.
Okay.
All right. So my take on it is, I don't think for women it's necessary, but for men, I believe yes, absolutely. In most cases, when you're a boy, you know, adolescent stage to teens, and then becoming a young man and becoming an older man, it's different in those stages because mentally you're not capable of really composing yourself, and that's only because of probably because of the way that you were taught about hormones and shit like that. You're growing up, even if you were raised by your dad, you're still gonna be a little wired. You know what I mean? You get your first little taste of coochie. You know what I mean? All those different things gonna play a part. But when you get to a certain part of life, you've had enough experiences probably to make sense of certain things, and then now you can make better judgment calls at that age. Once you get there, then yeah, stoicism is definitely it's a definitive requirement at that point. But like when you're younger, probably you wanna try to teach your son that, but who's teaching the son that shit if it's raised by a single mom? The mom who freaks out about every fucking thing.
But
like,
she
no.
just said that's not really.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, but the question is, should we always have it as men, or should we always have it as women? I said no for women, but men, yeah, we should always have it. But the problem is that the young men are not getting it because they're not being taught by men. But the men that are supposed to have it don't practice it to begin with. So we're not even leading by example on the outside looking in. So we need to have more examples of that, like Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. That outburst, that explosion, like that was ridiculous to me. Like that was truly an act of how not to be stoic. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you what, the situation to me was like, all right, it was baiting, and it was baiting on both sides, but to a degree, you could obviously see that Anton was going crazy.
He was trying to go viral for sure.
Right. So he was doing what he does. But I think that there was
research though.
Yeah, there was an intellectual clash because Anton having high political viewpoints that Corey is not privy to, it made it a hard debate. So it's like he looking like he's stupid on his platform, you know what I mean? And then he comes with the ad hominems and the little assault jabs and shit and saying certain things under him. Then he says, "Oh, you suck cock."
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So now he's saying that. And then, but they both were doing the same thing to each other. So it's like you can't. If you're gonna have a discussion, this is what I always try to say. If we're gonna have a debate, have a discussion, let's talk about I don't like to make it about me personally, but I know how I would deal with it because I don't like to use myself as an example because I might be the outlier. I'm not saying that I'm the fucking special, but in some cases I handle myself a lot differently. I'm an artist. Most artists are weird and they think crazy shit, and what they believe most people don't believe. They go against the grain. Like that's how artists are. So my ideologies might differ from what is considered the norm. So I always want to use the objective stance.
I'm the opposite. I want to use my perspective because if I use the objective stance, it's not really my stance.
But see, here's
I
why.
can't speak on shit that I don't know about
That's
because I'm
but
just
that's
trying to
true.
be fair.
That's true. So if you're speaking on something that you don't know about and you're just speaking to how you feel because you don't know about it, right? Then that's different. But if the question is asked directly, how would you handle that situation? That's different. What do you think about the situation is different. So if I'm thinking about it and it's not me, I'm thinking objectively.
For somebody else.
Right. So I'm not thinking for myself. If you say, how would I deal with it? Well, this is how I would deal, and that's how I preface the response. But when we're talking about certain things like this, where we look at, okay, what does society deem as right and wrong according to social standards? According to social standards, this is wrong. According to social standards, this is right. So that's what we go off of. So if I'm talking about something that I don't really subscribe to, even though this is the norm, like a lot of people will be like, some people might be like, well, you gotta get married before you have sex. Well, I'm not on that list. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that it's not right, but I could say that yeah, it would make more sense because it would be more of a direct choice in a lifetime.
But wouldn't that reflect more upon how you feel about that situation? Because sex is from an experience level, you can only speak about your experiences. You can't speak about a porn star's or somebody else's.
But the sex is just for men and and this is my take on it. For me, I would say sex is just a feeling, and I've heard this on the manosphere. I've heard this for other guys. I've heard this that it's pretty much the same. Like sex is just like taking a piss. Like it's not anything special. Like I just want to get a nut. Like you know what I mean. At the end of the day, like that's really what sex is. It's not the best thing. It's not the best thing in the world. It's not going to stop me from breathing or anything like that. I just want to get a nut. But having sex with the person that I actually care about is important if that's somebody that you want to be comfortable with for your future. But there's other things that come with you staying with one particular person and just have sex with. Like, am I able to tolerate this person for this period of time, just having sex with them? Because sex is not the end all be all for me. Sex is just a feeling. So, and attached to that feeling, what else are you bringing? Because every girl can give me that feeling. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, and I don't know. But that's why I don't disagree with them when they're saying like, "Yo, it's not the same. Sex is not the same to men as it is to women." I can relate to that because I don't feel like sex is the same to me as it is to women. However, I do think we are territorial, so I don't want the woman that I'm having sex with to be having sex with all these other guys. But I have to be able to discipline myself to be like, I'm just gonna have sex with this one girl, but maybe I'll have limitations. Maybe I can't. I might want to put it in her butt. Pause. I'm not saying I do, but if I do want to do it, you know what I mean? She not with it. You know what I mean? I have to decide that I'm gonna not have to satisfy myself this way with my women right now because this woman only wants it like this. So I got to do it like this, and I only have to be monogamous with her because I like sex. If the sex is good, the regular way, and I love it, then we can do it like that. But if I want that extra piece and I'm not getting it from her, then I might seek it elsewhere. But that doesn't mean that I don't love her. That doesn't mean I don't care about her. It doesn't mean I won't sacrifice my life for her. It just means that there's something that I'm missing that I need to feel, and I'm not feeling that.
But if you're going back, all right. So
you love language, right?
You said a lot, right? So first of all, you said sex is just a feeling to you.
Yes.
All right. But you said based off of that feelings, you also have to be stoic in the majority of situations.
Men
So
should be.
so okay, so as a man, it's being stoic to say that you have to control your feelings and not really express your feelings.
Right, that's a part of it, yeah.
So doesn't that become a problem when a woman is wanting you to share your feelings more, and but you're stoic, so you don't even want to have the conversation because you know that, yo, if I express my feelings and just say that sex is just a feeling, then she's gonna overreact, and or she might overreact and be like, damn, he just abused me as a nut, so he's not gonna be able to separate me from another female.
Boom.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what
And
you
then
just
she
did?
start worrying and shit.
You prove my response that I'm gonna say to you, you
Mhm.
prove my answer to my response with what you just said. That's stoicism because you identify that this is why I'm not gonna do none of this shit.
Right.
Because I'm gonna have to deal with all of this.
Right,
So that's the
right.
stoicism. You controlling yourself to know I need this, I gotta do that. But the stoicism is also keeping my cool in that situation, knowing that, okay, maybe this is something that I don't want to share with her. Maybe it is, because I'm protecting her by keeping this information from her. Or also having the discipline within myself to say no to this other woman. That's also an act of stoicism. So both can be right, but yes, in that situation, you don't tell her what's gonna hurt her.
Mhm. But my question is,
yeah, go ahead.
my question is, when she comes to you and then she finds out how you do feel, let's say she overhears the podcast or some shit, and she relates, okay, I just feel like sex is just a feeling. So, you know what I mean? It's not that serious. I just want to get a nut. Like, I don't even like this girl, but she got a fat ass. She look good. So, you know what I'm saying? I indulge and shit, right? At what point does, when your girl approach you, how do you answer it? Like, what's the answer? Like, is it just, oh, it's just a feeling? Like, do you come out and say, even though you was hiding that information from her?
Now I'm gonna I'm gonna be genuine and answer from my perspective.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to be transparent now in my lifestyle. I want to be transparent with everything, but then I'm not doing anything that I need to really hide or whatever because um in my personal life I enjoy, you know, smacks with the person that I'm having smacks with.
As you should.
It's it's not just that. So it's a good feeling because it is a feeling, right?
Yeah, right.
But it's a good feeling, number one. And then there's other components, like I was saying before. There's other components that you have to add to it,
Yeah.
and it's not just that. So sex is just one thing. Sex is really it's good and it's a plus. But guys just want sex. There's bad sex out there for guys too that guys get from women as well. But there's like a plus, and then there's like, okay, well, it's a minus with sex, but then you're still dealing with her for whatever reason. If it's a minus with sex and you're still dealing with her, then it could fall into, you might be in desperate situations, desperate times. You might be taking advantage of the situation or whatever. But if it's not that, and you're there, you have good times, you have good moments, you want to share good moments with this person, you interact. They can tell a lot of times, but women get in their head a lot of times. If a woman is watching me on a podcast and listening to whatever I'm saying on a podcast, which I'm in a relationship and this person does watch the podcast, then she's also going to understand the type of person that I am. Like, I'm very affluent in what I'm saying. I'm not just speaking on my ass. I kind of say exactly how I feel, but it can get off sometimes. We get into arguments, sometimes we get into disputes. I'm not gonna not say it because I know it's gonna make you feel a certain type of way. But there are things that I know is like crossing the line. Sometimes women will cross that line anyway. I won't do it because I don't want to intentionally hurt you. But if you're asking me something straightforward and direct, and I'm being straightforward and direct with you, then yeah. All of this that I'm saying is like basically if you're in a relationship with somebody, in an actual relationship with somebody, you want to be in a relationship with somebody that you're having good intimacy with. You know what I mean? In the bedroom. You don't want to be with somebody that you're not enjoying in the sack. That's one thing. But the desire for a man to have variety is almost insatiable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying almost because, yeah, you can control yourself, but you still gonna be like, damn, that's a fine shit. You're gonna see, and it's awesome to be with a woman who can be like, damn, don't she got a fat ass? You know what I mean? Like, if you with a woman that acknowledges that as well, it makes it a little bit easier for you to just be natural about it. But not having sex, I was saying this to one of my boys, I'm like, yo, not having sex feels like it's not right to not have sex. Like, you know what I mean, with other women. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I not doing this? You know what I mean? But you do it because you care about this person so much that you control that desire. And that is an act of stoicism, although it's going against your nature.
So let me ask A, because she's the female perspective of this, right? What which would you prefer? Would you prefer a man that's stoic and felt like certain information you aren't privy to that could hurt you, and he doesn't want to give you that information, not to hurt you, but because he wants to avoid an argument, or a man that's like, I'm just gonna be upfront with everything. I'm gonna let you know everything that's going on. If I feel like cheating, I'm gonna let you know why. I'm just gonna let you know everything, even if it comes at, I know that you're not going to understand and like this, but I'm still going to give this information to you. Which man would you prefer?
When I'm dating, I tell men that that that's like something that I say in the beginning, like getting to know them, or like I want you to be honest, regardless if you think it's gonna hurt my feelings or whatever. But
So the stoicism
whether
can
they
go
do
out
it
there.
or not, whatever, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know,
But that's
obviously.
what you would prefer.
But yeah,
I respect that.
I do want them to be stoic. I don't want to be sitting there like we need to be able to. It's not
And that's the
about.
thing,
It's not.
you're not gonna even know, right? Because
That's what I'm
if
saying.
they being
Yeah.
stoic, it's just gonna look regular. Like you know what I mean? Like everything good.
For sure.
I'm going through whatever I'm going through, but I'm just making sure that's a smile on your face type shit. You know what I mean? That's just how we kicking it. Like, you know what I mean? You I'm not burdening you. You just supposed to be my piece. But I see you going through something, so I'm here for you because you need me. That's just how it's gonna be. It's not you're not gonna really you're gonna want that, you're gonna say that, but a dude that's stoic is still gonna handle you the way he know he have to handle you. With you saying that. You know what I mean? Especially if you lead with that. If you don't lead with that and it becomes a conversation, if it got to that conversation, if he's a stoic dude, he already know how to handle you because he already got to that conversation. So you know, I can't do this, I gotta do this, or whatever. But most dudes that are good with women are going to have more than one option. It's almost inevitable. But will they entertain these options? That depends on the competition of the women. They have to compete. They have to want the man as much as he's valued, but they have to make him feel as valuable as he is. Because a lot of men don't really feel, even if they are like elite niggas, they really don't feel like they're really that. That's why they offer themselves because they don't feel like they're really adequate to the measure that everybody put them to. They're not at the bar that people put them at.
So does stoicism always come with discipline?
Well, stoicism is supposed to be like, let's look up what the actual definition of it is. Because stoicism is really supposed to be like,
It just means maintaining your frame and dealing with difficult situations without crashing out. Like you can defend yourself without it coming to blows.
But that's like a level
Like
of
you,
discipline, right?
yeah, stoicism is a philosophy about mastering your mind so life doesn't master you. At its core, it teaches one simple but powerful idea. Focus only on what you can control and let go what you can't. Right.
That's solid.
Right. So I mean, and that goes without saying. And I say like men usually exhibit that. Like and the biggest example for me is a work environment. Like if you're in a predominantly, matriarchal work environment, you can see that there's a considerable amount of worrying about every fucking thing. Like you're worrying about what's going on with this department, what's going on with this department, and you got what you have to do. Okay, you're stopped because you can't do this. Well, you can't do it. You can't cry over spilled milk. I mean, it is what it is. It's a situation where, you guys are kind of in a rock and a hard place at the moment, but you'll get through it eventually. Relax until it's resolved. But they get anxious and they can't not be doing something. They got to go make some pancakes. They got to do all types of stuff in the meantime instead of just sitting there and being patient.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest difference. I think men in times of duress show a lot more poise and a lot more control over themselves in those situations than women do.
I don't know, because men tend to go to blows first. Like usually when women go to blows, it's like serious.
Well, that's because men have the threat of violence with each other because that's men have an innate nature to not physically abuse a woman because biologically we're wired to protect them. That's why we try to protect a woman that don't even got nothing to do with us. We might not do it, or you might feel like we should do something or
Women
be
and kids.
concerned, right? But women aren't like that. Women are a little bit different. Sometimes they do, but not at the level that men are. But when men are against each other, men threaten each other. Like men will just be walking and just look at dudes. You've ever seen like a man like just walking down the street, he'll size you up. Like dudes do that because they're looking at to see if you're a threat, if you're like, you know what I mean, or whatever, and they'll speak or something like that, or they'll look down or avert their eyes or something like that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they'll do something like that, and that's a body language sign of being emasculated. Like you're supposed to keep eye contact. You know what I mean? But it's difficult to do it because we're not taught these things. We're not taught how to stand our ground, how to stand firm, and it's not disrespectful. It's respectful. And you can still say good morning to another man. If you're walking by a man, you can say good morning to him. Like men that are stoic will do that. A man that's stoic probably won't do. Not stoic, I'm sorry, won't do it because he probably be like, man, I don't gotta say nothing. Like you don't care. Like what does it hurt for me to say good morning to this dude? You know what I mean? It's not gonna hurt me.
That's why.
What does it say for me to hold the door open for this guy to walk through the door? Like, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like all of that is like, it's not no big deal. Like
That's why I believe like stoicism and discipline are very similar. Because if you're a stoic person, you're gonna move probably mostly disciplined. You're gonna hold the door for people, for women especially, have manners and certain shit like that. And you're not gonna be the nigga that's always like arguing and entertaining drama and shit. Because it's like, yo, you're like you already know you can't control a motherfucker, a fool. A
right,
fool gonna be a fool. You let him be a fool.
right.
See what I'm saying? But that's a solid topic though.
But shit. Another thing now going into the first topic, Ray J versus It Is What It Is and Shine and all this shit. Brandy, Low, Fiasco, what the fuck is going on?
Like, wasn't Ray J sick?
What the fuck is going
Ray
on?
J is a
Like,
nut.
what is he doing? He's sick, bro. He gotta chill out.
So,
Man.
Ray J is a nut.
So enlighten us. Let us know. Let us know the tea. What's the tea on that?
So on It Is What It Is, Cam and Mase podcast, they brought Shine up here. And Cameron was like, okay, let's do it. what happened with y'all and Brandy, or the
Oh, because
situation? What
Macy,
was the situation with Brandy? So Shine was like, and they Mace and Shine basically talked about they dated her at the same time back in the day or whatever. So they just talked about what happened. They didn't say hey, she's this or she's that or you know call her out of her name to my knowledge. Um, but it's they shouldn't have, like why are you bringing this up? Can't
that's
camera
Cam.
messy.
Yeah, that's Cam.
Like you should like,
It
and
was
then
stupid.
this was over 10 years ago, probably over 20 years.
That's
Ago.
probably why
Yeah,
he
she
thought
still
that it
is.
wasn't. You know what I mean?
Like,
But
so then Ray J posted the video going on a rant, talking shit about Mace, Shine, and Cameron, saying F all y'all ninjas, and he said crazy stuff. He said he was gonna grape them
that's
and grape their family.
I was like,
And then he was like, even if they're deceased, he would grape their corpse. And
crazy.
he said like a bunch of wild stuff, like keep my sister and they watch your mouth, because he was defending Brandy basically or whatever. Like
not like that though.
and he was like,
Now you embarrassing you.
yeah, and you were shedding more light on it too because
Right.
I don't think she would have even. Well, she
Responded.
did respond, but he was like, yeah, he was like, I'm gonna grape you and then I'm gonna pass you to somebody. He said someone's name so they could grape you too.
Not from the agency.
Yeah, he said something about the agency.
What?
Something is wrong. Like I don't know what's wrong with him. I get it that your sister, you want to defend her, but you know, that was ridiculous. I don't know what's wrong with it.
It sounds like
say
drugs.
some yeah, or you
Sound
just
like
want
drugs.
attention. And he wasn't. He said it's not wrong with his health, but people are saying he lied about that. He's just doing this for clout.
That's wild.
But so Brandy responded, and she said that Shine is lying. They had a platonic relationship, and that was all. And she said she don't condone what Ray J said, basically. So she not, cause he said some wild ass shit. Like, what is wrong with you?
That's crazy.
Like, so, but she said, but so somebody lying.
Ray J always saying some wild ass shit though. Like, remember the Fab situation?
Yeah, he said he was going to get him great.
Same thing.
On
So
the
I'm like,
Breakfast Club.
what's the fascination?
And that was like 10 years
Because
ago.
that's the worst humiliation for a dude.
Nah,
isn't it?
it's
That's
not even just
Why?
that
He
though.
said that's
the
some
worst
prison
way.
shit.
Like,
You
yo,
never even been to prison. So what
you
is
could
wrong
get
with
beat
you?
up. You could get beat up,
Mhm.
or you could get great. Which would you prefer?
Of course, beat up. But my
Right,
thing is,
right,
my thing is
right.
for Ray
Most
J.
humiliating
My thing
thing
is for
you
Ray
can do.
J. It make it look like he's down low.
He probably
that's
is,
why
yeah.
he's saying
And it's
that.
like,
and
bro,
the way he was talking, he said something about his cheeks or something. Like I don't know. Like you
Yo,
just,
here's
saying.
my hot take on it. My hot take on this situation is this: the same way we talking about King stumping on 50 Mother's grave or whatever.
He
you know
did
what I mean?
that.
He did like an AI video, but bringing his deceased mom up. When you at war with people or you going back and forth with people and the gloves are off, I think all's fair in love and war.
So the Nicki Minaj shit is fair then. You lied on your dead mama. Lied on your dead.
Yeah, if you out here, if y'all beefing, it's up. Like what you want to do, like you know what I mean, and then you have to deal with the consequences. Now,
right?
If now again, we could get back into principles and morals and all this. So let's go back to principles. When we were talking about principles, then we'll get to morals. Principles right here is that's his sister, right? Regardless of how she felt, regardless of how the other parties felt, him as a man of their family, he has a responsibility to protect the females of his family, regardless of how they may feel about him after.
But what about the way he protected?
The way he protected was
embarrassing.
It was extra, but that's his way. He's not. He can't just run up on him. He do have a firearm. You know what I mean? So he gonna have to send his goons. He's sending his goons, and he got the gaugency. You know what I mean? So he'll send the gaugency after him That's always been a threat. That's always been his threat. You know what I mean? To do it, to have him go do that. You know what I mean?
Shine responded again.
What is Shine?
I don't think. Go ahead.
He responded twice.
Yeah. After Ray J said what he said, Cameron, they didn't really talk about it. But
let me say this, because I don't necessarily think that Ray J's wrong for the way he did it.
All the booty.
The way he did it, I could critique the way he did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying him outlashing, like standing up for his sister, like he's like, yo, I'll come out, I'll smack all of y'all, whatever he said.
That's
like,
cool.
If he came at it aggressively gangster,
I might not
he's not aggressive. He's he's one wish. He's, you know what I mean? That's who he is. So he's an R&B dude. So he did it. R&B dudes will get somebody to grape you probably. That's probably what they do.
He was gonna do it himself.
He personally, and then I don't think he's gonna be able to do it himself.
I don't think he's gonna do none of that.
I think he's just talking. I think it's very. I think it's humiliating.
Yeah, all your family members.
He's a troll too. He is a troll too. So it could be a little theatrical. It could be a little bit of everything, right? That's going into this response. But it just looked terrible because it put a really bad light. I felt like it was more in poor taste on it is what it is to shed light to this on another celebrity. And she's alive and she's still doing things in her career. Yeah, why would you do this?
The
like
boy is
I would sue you guys, you know what I mean? Now for him to feel some type of way, like how you gonna call my sister a sleazy? You know what I mean? Like
you think that's how it came off?
It did. We had her at the same time. You sharing a girl at the same time, that's a sleazy.
I didn't get to that.
They said.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't get that part.
I was with her when you was with her. Yeah. That's the sleazy.
But that's not. They just told the story, but that's what it's talking.
But the way they said it, the way they said it was they were both dealing with her at the same time.
I was special. That's what Mase said.
But I thought they said they was dealing with her at the same time.
I didn't hear that.
That's what he did. He was like, I was special. He was like, yeah, you was. Or whatever, because Mase was dealing with her first, and I guess everybody knew because she always said it was a lie about Sean. So they were sneaking around, and then a friend of theirs. So they just told the story. They didn't say like, "Oh, we had her at the same time." But now, since Ray J said that Shine posted a video on social media playing.
But you know what's important to remember?
And he said I didn't hit it first.
If you're thinking about the time frame that Shine was messing with Brandy was supposed to be in a relationship. That's probably why she probably denied the Shine situation, because if the timing was correct, then at the time when Shine messed with her, because Mase was 90s, Shine was early 2000s. Brandy was married in the early 2000s. So she was married to that producer, that big dude. I forgot his name, but he's a producer. She was married for like a couple years, and then they got divorced. I don't even know if it lasted a couple years. I gotta do my research on that. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at it like that, then it makes sense. It's like, okay, even if he did mess with her, like you wasn't supposed to say that because it's gonna make me look like a sleazy, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's how people, because women are not supposed to have rotation or be messing with two men at the same time. Just because you're bringing it up, it's gonna look bad regardless if you say anything specifically about her that's not related to the story.
Same girl.
And then what if old boy was paying some type of like alimony or child support? And he's like, oh, you was messing with old boy. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's her paper up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Brandy though. Shout out to Brandy though. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's
Alicia was that joint, and she was messing with Frederick Starr. Shout out to Frederick Starr, man.
See him big. That's crazy.
That part. You know what I mean? Yo, their energy was crazy. Optimum level, man. They was lit. Shit. They was too lit.
I was staying on a chair trying to. This shit was wild.
Nah, but they shows probably get crazy back in the day.
Facts. It's just probably starting with riots.
Did you guys hear about Mystikal pleading guilty?
Yeah,
faces 20 years for rape.
3 times you out, bro. I don't even give you a benefit of the doubt at this point.
Third degree.
I don't even.
His son rapping too.
Yeah,
shout out to
he
his
sound
son,
like
but
him.
Hope he don't act like him.
Exactly. That's wild. Like, he's a wild boy.
That's crazy though, man.
Man,
all his songs was kind of like
don't let me leave with my foot in your.
That's why I said when it said he did that before he this you know
shake it back.
I said he
Show
did
me what
that
you're working
shit.
with. All
Yeah,
aggressive.
because the way his voice, he was like, go ahead. Yeah, like
he sound like a pimp.
Yeah, like he
sound like a pimp. Aggressive girls and shit. You wild.
You think I'm tripping? Well, I ain't tricking. You got nice curves on your iceberg.
That feels hard though.
Yeah, nigga, curves on your iceberg. That's some pimp shit.
See,
curves on your iceberg.
The whole shit when he was just.
Look, you got nice curves on your iceberg. What? Who said that?
Pimp.
Name Slick Matt.
Now bend over, girl. Show me what you working with. And that's what he said.
That was and shout out to Pharrell. Because that's a Pharrell beat.
Shake your ass.
That's a Pharrell beat. Pharrell only make hits,
man.
Only make hits. If he give you a beat, he trusts you.
Yeah, for sure.
And he trusted Mystikal with that shit.
Kaya.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis family celebrated his birthday. He you know, he's not doing too well, you know.
Yeah, he has dementia, right?
Yeah. But they still Demi Moore was hanging out with him and shit. You know. But shout out to Bruce Willis and also happy birthday, yeah, happy belated, and Chuck Norris, man. Rest in peace, man, Chuck Norris, yo. I've been seeing Chuck Norris, like, all right, now Chuck Norris was a Trump supporter, y'all. He passed away at 86. Well, nah, because I know a lot of people be like, oh, you know what I mean? But I just want to say some good things about Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was revolutionary in American action cinema, right? Which is like a big deal. He did the crossover into making martial arts pictures. So he was like a pioneer in that transition before Kung Fu: The Legend Continues and all these good American martial arts movies that we know about. It was Chuck Norris. Right. And then before that was Bruce Lee. And Chuck Norris, like, I know we look up to like Michael J. White, Steven Seagal, John Claude Van Damme, right? Jason Statham, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, you know what I mean? And all these popular movies that we've seen in American cinema. Because American cinema is where it's at. Like, you know, it be foreign films, but a lot of people fuck with the American cinema. We fuck with the American classics. The American classics started with Chuck Norris. And Chuck Norris got some of the illest movies. Like, if you look at his catalog back in the day, he got a movie called Silent Rage. And this movie is dope. It's like this unstoppable dude. He like Michael Myers. He trying to beat the shit out of the dude. The dude is strong as fuck. Can't stop the nigga. And he just kicking the shit out of him. But the nigga just can't be stopped, yo. And then all of a sudden, he just kicked the nigga down into a wishing well and shit. But Chuck Norris was just so thorough, yo. He was just, every movie he was thorough. Every movie he almost got murked. He always rose to the occasion, and it was like, you dare fucking any one of these other clowns to try to challenge him, because he'll kick their ass. That's how he felt. And they used to always talk. They used to always brag about Chuck Norris. Like, was he the real deal? Was he really like, you know? Because they had the Chuck Norris jokes. You know what I mean? And shout out to Chuck Norris jokes, those dad jokes. Those was the funniest fucking jokes. Like, yo, go sit at campfires and tell Chuck Norris stories. Like, yo, like shit like that is crazy. Like, a rattlesnake bit Chuck Norris one time, and guess what? The rattlesnake died. Like, like they made him invincible. They made him immortal. Even when he passed away, I seen some things come out where they were saying Chuck Norris, he made an agreement with God because he had other fights to do in heaven or some shit. Like I'm like, yo, like they just keep going. But I love it, and it's good when someone can be remembered for the positive influence, that they had on us. You know what I mean? And it felt good. Like I ain't gonna hold you. My favorite experience of all time of Chuck Norris is always going to be Return of the Dragon.
Yeah, me too.
It's I mean, even though like I'm not gonna say everybody's seen Walker Texas Ranger probably a couple times, a couple episodes.
But
he's been in other things.
Yeah.
But those are the most memorable because Chuck Norris was before our time. Like he was like 70s, you know what I mean? Whatever, really big in the 80s. He had other movies later on, but in that era, that's when he really was like the most captivated. Then he went on to doing other things. He became a marketing, you know what I mean? He made the Thigh Master and all that shit and just made millions off of that. Yeah, the Bowflex and all this other shit. Like he made millions, you know what I mean? But probably billions, like low key. Like he made mad bread. So he didn't have to go to the movie route anymore, probably getting older, but he was in great shape. You know what I mean? So yeah, like yo, yeah, he was showing people.
And he had like some type of supplement or something that would help with aging to give you all your vitamins and stuff that you're supposed to need. Like I seen a commercial about him promoting that. Like I forgot what it was called, but it was something for people when you're getting older to make sure you're getting all the vitamins and nutrients in one pill that you need.
Did they say why he died?
Oh yeah, let's look that up.
Because his birthday was like a week ago. I remember they was talking about his birthday a week ago. So that's crazy. Like I didn't even know he was sick.
No, he was still exercising and stuff and still doing that both.
What?
He didn't die. He's still what? Nah, nigga. ChatGPT wilding down.
I told you.
April Fools. I'll be
damned. It did that before.
It ain't even April.
With Charlie, what's that guy?
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Yo, nah, yo, he did that. Don't do that.
So we looked up cause of death on ChatGPT, and it seems I guess they have an update.
See, this is how you know.
ChatGPT said
that he did die, but that's crazy, yo. What if he really did die? That should be so crazy. Yo.
AI no.
Yeah, he died March. What's the name? March 2025. Yeah. Wait, 2026.
March 19th. Yeah. Come on, ChatGPT. Why y'all do it?
Fuck with us, yo. I'm telling you.
Did you? If you can't find one, there you go.
I had it.
Oh, they didn't say.
Private. They ain't saying. They don't want niggas to know.
What if he did a Kumite?
Yo.
What if he set up a one last fight, yo, and just lost, my nigga?
Nah.
He became a mom.
Nah.
And they just saying it.
Wow. I'd rather he become a monk than die in Kumite. I told you. I'd rather it be that he just wanted his peace.
He ain't going out like that, man.
That would be wild. Like, bro, you like 86.
You're going out like really lump.
his real name. He changed it to Chuck.
What?
He said he was around, I think it was Mexicans or something like that. And he was like, it's Spanish. Carlos is short for Charles, and that's why they call him Chuck Norris for short. Oh, that shit, I didn't know that shit. Found that out this year. But it's always like that. You always find out more about people when they die. That's crazy.
Well, I found out about Denzel Washington.
What happened about him?
What happened with him?
Ain't nothing happened, but he's still alive and fine. I was something that his name is not pronounced Denzel.
Oh,
It's Diesel or some shit like that.
It's
Denzel.
Denzel.
But his mom started calling him Denzel, so
because he a
so
junior.
they could know who she was talking to, because they were both look when she would call their name. I think they were both called. So she called him Denzel. I mean Denzel.
So he a junior?
Differentiate. Yeah, his father.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it don't say Denzel Washington.
And he chose now to correct it as well.
No, he didn't.
But it's old.
He was just telling the story. I don't think he really cared. He was like, it's really pronounced. Like he was just giving the facts. Like what's that? Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, don't call that nigga Larry.
Nigga be getting mad.
Nah, call him Larry.
Nigga really get mad for real.
Well,
I heard more than one story that he
was antagonizing.
Yeah. Did that shit to Cam. He did that shit to Deion Cole too. Deion Cole wasn't antagonizing though. He just was like, yo, what's up, Larry? He was like, nigga.
That's crazy, nigga.
Larry,
nigga. That nigga said, don't call me that, nigga. He said, straight, don't call me that, nigga. Fuck.
Well, if I tell you
call
not
me
to
Morpheus,
call me
nigga.
Put on the Morpheus gloves. He's about to
run. Yeah. I don't want to get no fingerprints.
Yo, this man put on gloves. He was about to fuck.
Nigga was about to hit me in this nigga.
Yo, that's wild. That's legendary shit right there.
So let's talk about the fucking image.
Oh,
Latto, that's her album cover.
That's her album. So that's her rollout.
That's album cover. Her with her pregnancy and her album cover.
So
how do you feel about that? How did everybody feel about that?
Are we all sure that 21 is the baby father, or is that alleged? Because I heard it might not.
Everybody else know more than I do about this. I don't know.
I don't even know too much about it, but I did hear it was some other like football star. He married too though. I'm like, yo, so what's up with the married niggas? Like, you just fuck with married niggas?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the style. That's what young ladies like now.
But I guess he was married when she was messing with him, and then he left his joint. It was on some Swiss to move to Alicia Keys type of joint.
Who goes? 21.
Latto was messing with 21,
okay,
while 21 was married to another joint.
It sounded like he was married to her to stay in the States.
They all said that their relationship didn't intertwine with
that's the same thing, yeah. But I'm saying that's the same thing they saying about this kind of.
Well,
but they're all
I don't really know.
I
don't follow neither one of them. This is what I've heard people say, that he was married, and then I was talking to somebody about it the other day, and they said, and that's what they said. He was married, but he no longer is. I don't know how that went or whatever.
But 21?
Yeah, that's what I was told, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't listen to neither. Like, I don't really like. There are a couple songs by Latto that I like, but I don't really be checking for music or him, so I don't be like. Yeah, I see that she's pregnant. I heard that he was married when she was dating him before. I was hearing people say that.
So they was dating before officially.
I don't know if it's like people were saying it, but we didn't hear her.
T-shirt screaming Latto, I don't fit
you. We never heard. we never heard neither one of them confirm that.
She got him.
She would say, right? She would be like my man, or whatever. But
she got his real name tatted on her body.
So I don't
Yeah, I mean, I assume, yeah, you get that man real name.
Women be doing that shit, or people be doing that shit, and they just be crazy. Some people, cause they'll get like 20 different. Not her. I don't know if she got how many, but I don't take it serious when all the time people do that because they don't be taking it serious. Cause if you got 20 different niggas' names on you,
That's a wild thing.
then like you just be doing
Yeah,
that
this
shit.
girl, she got mad names on her. I called the skeleton boneyard.
So I got a question for both of y'all. Is it wrong
Elephant boneyard.
for a man to say that young ladies shouldn't look up to that type of behavior? Is it wrong for a man to say that?
No, it's not wrong. If that's your daughter.
No, I'm just saying that's not his daughter. He
But
just
no,
from the
but
outside looking in.
I'm saying yes because men are supposed to be, like we said earlier, protectors. So you're going to protect them from behavior that you don't want them to be around. The same reason why you're going to be a man, you're going to show them examples of what a man should be so that they know what to look for in a man when they have one. You being in a stable relationship with one woman, seeing you with that one woman, seeing that you're taking care of that one woman and respecting that one woman is going to show her that a man can be and respect one woman in front of their face.
You're not stoic because you're saying it in front of the world, like, yo, women should be this. Not a man, like a woman should be this way. Like I'm asking, do you think that a man is right for saying that? Or do you think that he should be quiet about it and not, he should know the information?
But you said teaching your child.
No, not teaching your child. I'm saying
that's what I thought you was talking about.
Like just like how we're talking about this and it's public, I'm saying like the public opinion is.
Because you said like, is this an example of what you think a girl should be should be taught?
But
right.
The reason why
I thought you were talking about kids.
Yeah, the reason why I said it. I mean, if it was from my perspective, yeah, 100%. Okay. But I got this from a comedian who's getting backlash right now because he said that women shouldn't look up to characteristics like Latto. So that's why I was asking you, do you think he was wrong for saying that, or do you think that he was right for saying that?
If that's how you feel, he can say what he wants.
I agree with you on that situation.
I just talk about nobody's. Well, if he said,
I mean, yeah, he's saying her.
But it's not about her. She's just an example of saying
type of actions, right?
He didn't have to because you talking about somebody specific. You could have made it more of a general statement instead of highlighting a specific person. But if that's what he thinks,
do you agree or do you not?
I mean, I don't want to get work done. I don't want to be walking around with my cheeks out and half naked and all that. Like what you talking about?
Like I just feel like if I'm I guess an example for children, I would not want young females to look up to this particular type of woman on how she carries herself. Characteristic wise, about what you see on TV and putting herself in images like that for her album cover. No, I wouldn't champion that behavior. But her being music icon, if my child wants to do music or something like that, it's a classy, modest way that she could do it. But the competition level would still be lyricism, uh, how you perform on stage, how you draw the audience, how you present yourself in interviews, what image are you portraying, things like that. These are all different aspects of it. But
do you think there is artist gatekeeping, like on the women's side, on like artists like how Lauryn Hill was back in the day? Do you think that there's artists that's there to make sure that those artists can, progress?
Not by the artist, yes. The answer is yes. Yeah, it's gatekeeping in every type of industry, in entertainment, in legal systems, in the government, and fucking even in magic. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is gatekept. Like there's a motherfucker at the top, and like when people talk about fucking the systems of racism, and they talk about people try to dismiss it or overlook it because they be like, oh, don't play the victim mindset or whatever, but it exists. These are barriers for you not to achieve a certain level or a goal. You have to be okay. I want to be a millionaire. I have to be okay with being a millionaire by making just 2.2 million. I have to be okay with that because look, I made it. That's how I gotta look at it. I'm not gonna be the person that they're gonna say I'm changing the world and I'm doing all this with my 2.2 million because there's so much stuff to do, so little time, and I don't have enough bread to do it. Right. So it's like, what can I do? Am I gonna sacrifice everything that I've got for this little bit that I can do and not gonna get anything in return? But that's the thing. They gatekeep it because they want you to spend all the money and give it right back to them. And they think that we're not mindful enough to know how to manage our money and allocate the funds the right way. So they shit on us. And that's what I'm saying. We don't get the same opportunities now, and we never will. But we can build things ourselves, but the amount of effort and sacrifice and discipline that we have to take to get there is so discouraging for the majority of our culture that most of us won't do it. It's a lot. It's a big burden, and we already have a lot of shit that's already pushing us back. So we have to persevere through whatever we're going through and still try to achieve that goal. Like all the dudes, like they got to deal with their crazy baby mothers and shit, right? And they can't be a fucking business owner right now because they got to deal with their crazy baby mother and she expecting child support payments and all this extra shit. So how you gonna run your business and you know she doing this shit? She throwing a fucking Molotov cocktail through your business, through your fucking what you call it, your brick and mortar business on your storefront and shit. You know what I mean? She just fucking shit up. You got a new girlfriend. Y'all just got a new car. You got her a car. You got the his and her shit. You got a Subaru. She got a Subaru. You know what I mean? She flattened the tires in her shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just this, and then you trying to open up your own hot dog stand. You trying to open, you know what I mean? You trying to move and do shit, and it's a pushback that you get. And it don't just happen with men; it happens with women too. But if we gonna be real, we talking about situations like this, then we gotta be like, all right, you have to move a certain type of way in life so that you can avoid these things from happening. But if you keep yourself in the same area and you don't move outside of that box, it's only inevitable that you're gonna run into the same fucking situation. You still, it's like, okay, you inside of a circle. It's fucking bombs in this fucking circle. What do you think is gonna happen if you never leave out of that circle? You're gonna keep fucking running into bombs, my nigga. That's the simplest way to make it sound. Like, so if you're in one little city, you have to move to another city. And it may be a little bit different because you're a new fish. You're meeting people for the first time. So maybe people have learned their lesson from the past or not. But you're meeting people that are probably, you're meeting them at the point in life where you have to meet the person at this time. If you met them back then, you guys probably wouldn't be friends. But you're meeting them now and you get to accept this person for who they are. You're new, they're new, it's a fresh start. But you have to give it a chance. Sometimes you got to take a risk. And you don't know if you're taking a risk, this might be Jeffrey Dahmer. You might be taking a risk, and this person might be who's somebody good. I can't even think of anybody good. Because I just said Jeffrey Dahmer is supposed to be the extreme, but everybody else is fucking bad. That's like powerful people, right?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. If you see a corpse, well, they're both corpses. Okay, but you know, yeah, okay, good. It could be Jeffrey Dahmer, or it could be Malcolm X. Very strong personalities, both, right? Because you got this person that's really strong, push you the right way, whatever, and then you got this other person who's trying to eat you. So it's like it's a conflict on both sides, but it's like you want to go towards Malcolm X. You want that person, but it still might be a lot for you. Still might be a lot for you to digest. No pun intended. Because
because you might think that you, as a woman, you might think that you would fix Jeffrey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Not really fixing.
Right.
And he only did that to men, so
See?
he wasn't
See?
he didn't like women.
You would have been you would have been able to have a sit down with him.
I never said that. I said not if he eats people. There's
Right.
no fixing. I mean, not for me. He needs to be studied or
You
something.
gotta be a doctor. You gotta be, certified to have that conversation with that man.
Yeah. I mean that maybe that was an extreme. It was definitely an extreme. But I'm just saying we don't. It is an extreme though when we think about we don't know the type of person that we meet and when we first meet that person and what part of life they're at, because there was a part in life where Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't the Jeffrey Dahmer that he became.
Yeah.
He was a weirdo, but he didn't get there yet. There was chances for him to be accepted and somebody to have a turning point to get him on the right track, but it just never happened. And that's where they kind of show you that in a documentary to kind of help you understand that. And for Malcolm X, there was a part of life in Malcolm X's life where you probably wouldn't want to be around Malcolm X.
Exactly.
But then there's a part when he got to a point later in life, so then it's like, okay, it's like this. Just back to the journey of a man, you get to a point in life as a man where you grow and you're able to do more than what you did when you were younger because you learn from your mistakes. Some people don't learn until they get caught, and some people get caught and learn. And I guess in Malcolm X's situation, he got caught and learned, and Jeffrey Dahmer didn't learn until he got caught. You know what I mean?
The severity of what he was doing was
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was bad. It was bad. But then some people would say Malcolm X was a cult leader.
I mean, but that was before he got. You know what I'm saying? So
he was very strong. He was a very strong speaker, and I think that was what was more feared because he could talk really good, but the stuff he was saying could be divisive to lead to a revolution of some sorts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think motherfuckers could have had like a civil war.
I think once you start looking at it like that from a government perspective, like that's why I don't believe these niggas on the internet and they claim that they want change. Like, if you're really influential, they're gonna take you off. In America, we had too much examples of people that are really influential and they get usually taken out. You see what I'm saying?
But it's gate kept.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't even become a fucking Fred Hampton
or a president
or fucking
Like
I mean a president.
Like,
President is extreme, but even the lowest level, like I said, like a Fred Hampton or a Jesse Jackson or a fucking Al Sharpton, like even those people to get to that level to be accepted in your community, you gotta have the capital, you gotta have experience, you gotta have outreach, you gotta have a catalog of things that you at least try to do for the community. You can't just like start a podcast, start saying this is what I want to do, this is what I want to change. I think that people can't dismiss the people that talk about it because the people that talk about it are at least getting this conversation going to a certain extent. Like when they talk about this red pill motherfuckers, like the good thing about it is they got the conversation going. We're starting to think about this more. People are starting to recognize wrongs in their relationships and starting to try to correct it to an extent. But we've already gotten so bad that they needed that shit. You know what I mean? But men are talking, men are speaking about certain things that are bothering them. They're not keeping it inside like they used to keep it inside, which is not as stoic, you know what I mean? But it's good that they're communicating because the men aren't stoic, so they need to unpack. If they were already stoic, they wouldn't have to. It wouldn't be necessary. Exactly, it wouldn't be necessary. but there's things that they need to work out so they can get that stoicism.
I think that's
once they're
why,
able to deal with the shit that's going on, they will be more stronger and more level-headed in times of extreme duress.
I think that's why somebody like Charleston White could be as popular as he is, because his mission starting off, like if you view his story before, like after he allegedly had to do with shooting that dude, right? He gets locked up, he gets out of jail, he's, you know what I mean, reformed now. So this was, you know, calling the city trying to make real changes and shit. Not really going off like how he is now. How he is now, he'll demonize like the rap shit and all these tough guys and all these drug dealers, but he still does wild shit like talk about Gilly and talk about, you know what I mean, all these other people. And you see what I'm saying? And his defense is, well, I'm doing this to navigate the kids to do the right shit, like call the police, and this is what you do when you get arrested or to not get arrested. And he's doing it like that, but then he has the satire on the side. And my point to bring him up is it's almost like the people that are choose or get past the gatekeeping now, it seems like they're polarizing. Like if you think of Unc 607, he's polarizing. If you think of Charleston White, he's polarizing. If you think of like even these streamers that, you know what I'm saying, they're always polarizing. Like, you know what I mean?
But they're doing it to get through the gate.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get through the gate. So you gotta think of either it's two ways to do it. If you go under the fence, you're gonna get caught, right? Exactly. So you can't go under the fence. You go over the fence, they're gonna see you going over the fence, right? So you gotta go through the fence. If you go through the fence and they allow you to come through, then you've already accepted circumstances that you gotta behave, you gotta do what they tell you to do. If you don't want to go through that gate, you could possibly get to a point, but it's just gonna be very challenging for you to get to that point. Going through the gate allows you certain things, so you gotta play nice for a certain extent without letting people do certain things that would be degrading. So you're gonna have to do some things that may be unfavorable. Now you gotta have principles that you're gonna have to have certain principles that you have, and some things you might have to be flexible with. Like flexible with not things having to deal with your sexuality, but flexible with things having to deal with your respect at the end of the day. Because sometimes you're gonna have to take L's.
I think it's both, but
gonna emasculate you.
I think you're right. I think it's both, but it depends on the level and the things that you're saying. Like I feel like a nigga like Orlando Brown is wild, but I don't think that all of the shit that he's saying is lies. I do think that he puts the truth in it, and the way he puts it in, oh, I'm just crazy. I think Kanye West does that same tactic, and that's probably why. What?
The way he puts it in.
Oh, that's pause. That's definitely pause worthy. But I think Kanye West makes those same type of actions. I think people that want to say certain things are going to have to look crazy at these times, because it's like you can't just say it and everything is gonna be okay, especially if you got family involved and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think that there's powers to be that make sure, like, yo, once you cross that certain, because remember, let's think on Ye. Ye has or had like like swastika merch and shit like that. Like, bro, like how long did you think that was gonna go down? And then now if you see Ye, he's very quiet, he's very calm. He almost looked like he's medicated. You see what I'm saying? And then what he was saying about
doing sold out shows, like he almost did what he did, like a million fucking
got his daughter with him,
500,000.
You know what I'm saying?
Stadiums. What the fuck?
my thing is, once you get to a certain level, once you have a certain audience, once you have a certain following, then they put you with handlers.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean? I think they put certain people with handlers if shit gets too crazy, and they might come disguised as your woman. They might come disguised as your friend or management. They might come disguised as your publicist. It's like, yo, you don't know. And it's crazy.
Well, let's pivot to this BlueFace shit then.
BlueFace, baby. Shout out to BlueFace for boxing. I respect that about BlueFace.
Yo, do you know the whole situation?
No.
So this dude, Adin Ross, he has this boxing exhibition thing, like Jake Paul thing, but it's called Brand Risk. So they have a promotional thing, and he sets up boxing matches with different artists and streamers and shit like that. And they get in the ring, and they settle it for a few rounds or whatever. You know what I mean? And then they get some respect. They come back, they shake hands, whatever, and that's whatever. And it's a big person. Well, apparently Blueface had one, and he lost the fight. He felt it was questionable because he got it in. They showed clips of him getting bested, but if you watch the
If
whole
you watch
fight,
the whole fight,
it was a good
it was
fight.
back
They
and
they
forth.
went back and forth, yeah. So
And that dude
he felt like it
bigger
was.
than him, wasn't he?
He was fatter, but he wasn't as like Blueface gained some weight. So the dude they could have been like pretty close in weight, like probably not like right on the money, but Blueface got to be over 200 now.
Okay.
So he over 200 and fighting some because heavyweights start at 190 something.
Right, right.
So you
And then it's
200 something,
unlimited.
200 plus. You fight somebody that's 200 plus. That's fair.
That's
You know
fair.
what I mean? You just gotta get yourself conditioned. But you're supposed to have at least 60 days to prepare for a fight or whatever,
But if you
or
look at
90
his
days. Matter of fact,
if you look at his stature, Blueface, if he's in condition, he's not fighting at 200. He's probably gonna be 200 flat.
he might have to be on a protein diet. He
Or
might have to be on a
do you think he was in
protein.
shape, or do you think he
I
wasn't in
don't.
shape?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he look in shape for the fight? Me personally, I don't think he looked
I
in
don't
shape for
know.
the fight.
He
I think
just looked like I said. He just looked like he gained weight and shape. I don't know, but I know he's bigger. I don't know his strength level. I never gauged him strength wise, but and I didn't watch the fight in my defense.
Okay.
But I'm just saying from what I heard that it was it was a back and forth fight. It was just
close.
people clipped it. You know what I mean? And people was going off the energy of clips. And I'm always always skeptical to that anyway. So I checked other sources and found out that it was, from the people that was there, that it was a decent fight. But here's how it gets messy. So at the end of the fight, he says, fuck Adin, whatever.
Oh shit!
You know what I
I didn't
mean?
know that part.
And shout out to Brand Risk, but such and such
So he wasn't happy
be
about
doing
that
something
shit.
with bets or whatever, right? So he slandered them. So they holding his bread. He's supposed to get a few 100,000.
He ain't get his money.
So he ain't get his money.
What?
So they waiting to get his money. So Whack 100 is having a debate with Adin, and Adin is talking to the bet promotion place or whatever, and they holding the money, but they not happy with the comment that they made because it's like a breach of contract. Like we didn't do anything. It's the judges. The judges are the people that make the call on the fight. They don't have nothing to do with that. The
But
betting
Blueface
people.
said something about Adin though. He didn't say anything about the promotion.
But he said that the betting was rigged, and they didn't like that. So they wanted to be like, yo, they didn't have no. So they had a statement that they drew out for him to say and all this extra shit. And then he been going online writing shit, and he was like, yo,
who, Blueface or Adin?
Blueface and Whack responding to shit with like words and screenshot messages and shit and all types of shit like that. So when they doing this and they going online with it, he like, yo, this is public, so I have to address it academics is like, yo, like, is it a way that you shouldn't even address it online? Talking to Whack, he's like, yo, how can I not address it? Like, it's online. Like, let's get BlueFace on the call right now. He's like, look, I'll go talk to the betting people and see if we can work something out. But he has to make a statement. We'll get it in writing in a contract. If you do it, we will give you your money, but you have to say this. So here's the thing. On pride, he don't want to say what he got to say, because he like, nigga, I'm not gonna be no bitch, like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? And that's his brand. His brand would be at risk if he doesn't apologize for saying what he said, but he don't understand contracts and shit like that. And Whack, as his manager, saying like, yo, he didn't realize that this was what it was and all of that, and you didn't do business with him, you did business with me. On behalf of him, I got him. He's my fighter. So you got him through me. I gotta pay him. Right. So he's still gonna get paid regardless, but Whack will want to be compensated because of the fight. You know what I mean? He still want to get the purse that they supposed to be due for that fight, and they're not gonna get it because he holding it because he want him to say I'm sorry.
So that's separate.
Kiss his ass.
So Whack paid. BlueFace ain't paid.
Whack gonna pay BlueFace.
He's supposed to, but he's not gonna. He can't pay him what he don't have.
He gonna have to pay him out of his pocket.
And that's why he upset. Damn. Shit, I ain't know all that. That's kind of crazy.
I'd be bad as fuck at BlueFace though, because I'd be like, nigga, you gotta fucking say this shit. So Whack got it to a point where he like, Whack got it to a point where he was like, boom, I'm gonna say it, but I could still stand on this. That's how I felt.
Right.
You entitled to feel like you don't agree with the decision.
Right.
Bet, but it's not them, it's the judges. Just say it like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Keep it that way. He don't want to do that because he
don't feel this.
He like, nah, like, you know what I mean? But he got him to say that. They changed it because they like, he already said what he said. I wouldn't get that nigga shit if it was me. So Adin don't even want to fucking do this shit. He said he want to pay him. He said, yo, like, I want to pay him. It's just like, I don't like how he did business. Like, I don't like that. Like, you lost, my nigga. Like, basically that's what he's saying. He didn't say it like that, but, and then he said he Jewish and he gay, he baiting him in. It's just, it's a mess. But when money involved, like, that's what I'm saying. Money involved, people act crazy over money because some people ain't never had it. Some people got it, but some people just want the principles. You know what I mean? Like, it's the principles of it. Like, look, if we doing good business, then this is what it should be. Like, okay, we made a mistake, but we still are owed something, in lieu of situation, right? Can we come to some agreement? Not even trying to come to an agreement is not in good faith, especially in the situation and you competitive. Yeah, I would say there could be some type of fine or whatever, but complete breach. But if that was in the contract, then you could be like, shit, well, it is in here, nigga. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing you can say about that shit. But if that wasn't in the contract and you just going off of your feelings, you just being a bitch. But I don't know, like, it's not looking good for either party, because if Adin don't pay him, it's gonna look bad on Adin more, because it's gonna look like he don't do good business, because he gonna keep going to this, and then it's gonna get to defamation.
Right. But if he does do it, it's gonna look like BlueFace was right.
Like he just gave in.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Because think about it, like, if you sort of fight, there's a part where there was the other dude scored the only knockdown. Push. It looked like he pushed him off the ring. not supposed to push him. And then if you count that shit as the knockdown, to me, it was even until that push. Like that little, you know what I mean, last little stretch where he was, you know what I mean, putting hands on BlueFace, I feel like he got the best of him and then he pushed him out the ring. It wasn't like a hit, like he didn't hit him out the ring. It looked like from the angle it was, because it could have been the angle too. It was a bad angle because the other dude was just over him and he was swinging. Mm-hmm. And then fucking they got to like the ropes and shit, and I think BlueFace was like leaning on the ropes, and boy went like this, like he didn't hook off, he pushed off type shit. Mm-hmm. So it looked like a push to me, but if it wasn't for that push, it was pretty even. The fight was pretty close. It's closer than they making it. So maybe BlueFace is right. Maybe they was like, nigga, we gonna put this money on old boy, and you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it look like old boy won this shit. So I don't know, man. It was a close fight though. BlueFace got hands. The other dude got hands too. I mean, but he was more
they
like
try.
big,
They still trying to do the Nick Young fight.
That's the one I thought they were gonna do. I wanted to see that one.
He's a basketball player. None of these people are fighters. None of these people are fighters.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying I didn't know he was a part of this. I know he was a dude.
Yeah, him and BlueFace, was they beefing or it was just a fight to have?
Nah, it was just a thing. Like everybody challenging each other. Like it's friendly because that bread. Like everybody like that purse. Yeah, because they get that's life changing bread. So people want it.
That's gonna take BlueFace right out of it. They ain't gonna work with BlueFace again.
Well, I'm saying it's not his fault.
It's not, but
because he's saying, yo, I've heard boxers say, yo, I don't agree with that. Like, because they ask you at the end, do you agree with the decision from tonight? Why the fuck they bait you and ask you that? They ask you that shit. But I'm saying they ask you that. What do you think I'm gonna say? Like, I'm not. My PR team didn't prepare me for this conversation. If I lost, my nigga, like I lost, nigga. No, I don't agree with this, and I want a rematch. I know I got him in the 5th round. I slipped a little bit because it was sweat on the ground. Like, it always is an excuse.
But I think what you said is different from what BlueFace said. If BlueFace said, yo, I think this shit is rigged, that's different from saying I want a rematch.
But that's the same feeling. It's just said, it's just said in a different way.
Exactly. The way he said it was way more acceptable than, yo.
That's like you kiss ass of all the white men in America and then saying, well, you suck D of all the black men in America. Like, yeah, it's the same thing, but one is worse, right? You're right.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit crazy. Hopefully he gets money.
Yo, what do y'all think about a Brazilian politician performing blackface during the speech?
What?
Yeah.
That happened for real?
Yeah.
During whose speech?
So I'm about to show you
this shit. Is crazy.
Yo, it's always some wild shit, man.
All this shit coming to light though. That's the only thing I like about it. Motherfuckers getting exposed, and you better have that same energy every time wherever you at now. Real shit. Real shit. Oh, hell.
Eu tô negra agora.
Wow.
Eu tô sentindo as dores de uma mãe que tem um filho que sofre tudo que sofre na rua por ser negro. Não é isso? Não é essa a luta? Aqui, eu quero justamente mostrar. Não adianta eu me maquiar. Eu não sei as dores que vocês passaram.
That dark foundation doesn't make her black. In an analogy to protest trans lawmaker being appointed to the Women's Rights Committee.
O governo federal sentiram quando dormiram no estábulo. Mas agora eu não sou negra. Eu estou pintada de negra por fora. Poxa, eu me reconheço como negra. Por que eu não posso, então, presidir a comissão?
No, hold on. Is it saying that she's saying, first of all, she's a woman. right?
That's a real woman, yeah.
So she's going against trans men and saying just because she doesn't have a certain complexion
because
a
trans woman was appointed to the committee.
So she's saying basically just because you're acting like a lady doesn't make you a lady.
Yeah, for the women's right committee. Yeah. She right. So she putting on black skin, and she's saying like me putting on this foundation doesn't make me black.
She right. Simple as that. She right.
Yeah, I don't think
it's controversial.
She right.
I said I don't think that's blackface. People always try to make everything. I mean, that's
they were trying to.
But it's what she said though.
On her. Yeah,
what she said.
Before you showed me that, I would assume that. But then once you put it in perspective and context, she right. She's absolutely right. That's how I feel anyway.
Jack Harlow said his music has gotten blacker.
Oh, Monica. Yo, ain't that crazy? From there was a white comedian, and he was like, when he came up here, the first time, because he's from like Canada or some shit like that, like French Canada or some shit like that, and he was like, all his friends call him Monica. He was like, my name isn't Monica, and then it's from my nigga. I was like, oh shit. So then Jack Harlow has a whole fucking t-shirts and merch, and all of it is my nigga, and then he's supposed to be blacker on this album. I think he deserves everything that he's getting. Like, people not dumb. If you want to be more black, you're gonna come with what happens when a white boy tries to act black. Just like when men try to act like women, when like people that aren't black put on dark foundation.
He gonna get beat up.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what people think that he's saying with the name of the album. They said it's a woman that he used to think named Monica. People are made up this narrative because they're like, oh, because they would talk about it on It Is What It Is. Like, and they were like, that lady Trist, she was like, he's saying that because he's trying to say Monica means something like, you know, if you say it, and then he's like, oh, my nigga, and then she like, cause that's the name of his new album, but they said it's about an ex.
He named his album after her. Yo, let me tell you something. These white rappers, they fucking know what the fuck they doing. Right. Them motherfuckers read mad fucking books. Them motherfuckers, they sit down. Do you know who Anderson Barris is? These motherfuckers sit down and they look through the encyclopedia and figure out how the fuck they gonna do this shit. How they gonna be. They watch hours and hours of media to decipher exactly how you are so they can fucking write this shit down. You think it's a coincidence that this shit is Monica and it just so happens to sound like my nigga? Like, come on, my nigga. Like, there's not no coincidence. And he from Cleveland, and he rap about girls with big butts and black girls. And come on.
He said, and I quote, "This is the blackest I've ever felt."
Right.
That's his quote.
So you know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. What are you doing? I agree. And we can take it however we gonna take it, and they're gonna let him do it because it is what it is. They're gonna let him do it
because he didn't say that. They can't prove.
Exactly.
He's saying something else.
Can't prove it, right?
We could not buy it.
Right. But I think that's when your level of discernment has to be like. You gotta understand when people is not everybody, but you gotta understand.
We playing that shit on the black radio stations? Like, what you mean?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
They've been playing him on the black radio.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you rapper.
They could cut that. They could cut it down. They could say no. They could say no, but they won't. That's the thing. That's the difference.
And who makes a good record about the ex-girlfriend? Unless she died.
Well, a lot of people make music about their exes.
Yeah, but when they're with them, so they're talking about the good with them.
People make music about breakups and stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they cheated.
You can make a good
song. They did something.
It could be whatever.
I don't know.
But if you
gotta be in a moment.
But see, here's my thing. If the name of your album is Monica.
It got to be something good, unless it's something bad.
Yeah, so why would you
And you saying this is the blackest you've ever been?
Yeah, that's crazy.
As like a little moniker type of shit, then I'm like, okay. If one of the songs was in there and that was it, that'd be different. But the name of the album is called that, and you said that, nigga, you know what the fuck you doing.
And he trying to sing more, right? I heard he was trying to sing in that shit.
Yeah.
On the Drake shit.
My
blast.
Wow. We got Denzel on the front of it.
I like the all the name changes they gave him, like the white versions of the name.
Yo, they be dying to say the N word so bad. Yo, they be dying to say it. Like it just be killing me. Like, why you want to say that shit so bad? What the fuck, yo?
Because it's a word.
Is it power?
Yeah, it's the power over a word that they're not supposed to say, but they can say it, but they're not supposed to say it. They're gonna say anything that they want to say.
They're saying it right now.
Yeah, but they can't say it where they want to say it. It's just, it goes back to the dude that was working at my job, bro. He wanted to say what he said, but he knew he couldn't say it. And then once he said it, then now he realized, damn, I can't just say it because I got fired. And I didn't think I was gonna get fired. I thought I was gonna get fired in that situation just because I stood up for myself. But at the same time, it's like, yo, he wanted to say it. It's just he couldn't say it. But he normally could say whatever the fuck he want to say. So it is a power dynamic. It just sucks. But it is what it is. My nigga.
Yo, Maino versus 50 Cent. What do you know about that?
Oh man. I think Maino's a
50 Cent. 50 Cent, is he a fraud? Is that?
Nah, I don't think that. I think Maino's a solid dude for sticking up for his friends. He's a solid dude. Anybody that sticks up for their people is solid in my book. You know what I'm saying? And this clearly wasn't his beat. What's good, bro? This clearly wasn't his beat. This was him and this between 50 and Jim, in my opinion. And he just kind of, got adapted into it because of the podcast. And, 50's gonna go at whoever's around you. And that's just what it is. But I feel like Maino's a solid dude, and I feel like 50 is exactly who 50 been like all these years. Like if you peep his beefs, it's like he doesn't really discriminate. If you're around him and you're helping him float, then he's targeting you too. You see what I'm saying? And he's always done that. He's done that with all of Dipset when they was beefing before. He did, you know what I'm saying? He tried to put them against each other and shit. Like he knew what he was doing. And he was playing chess because he did have Jim on stage when Cam and Jim was, not Cam and Jim, Cam and 50 was beefing and was calling him oh, nah, you the boss now. And Joel's what do you call it? He called him the capo. I was like, yo, we don't do that shit. We don't do that shit. But that's how niggas move in war. You know what I'm saying? If niggas could talk about people dead mothers, then of course, like, yo, it's a science to this shit. You gonna get whoever is down with them, like you gonna make them examples. So, you know what I mean? They stop fucking with you, and then, you know what I mean? That's war. So yeah,
50 coming at everybody.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Do you think that 50 doesn't go at white men?
I think he goes at people that he has issues with.
Right.
And then just happen to be the people that are closest to him or that he's done.
But does he really go at people that he has an issue with, or just people that he makes issues with? Like some people, I could say, like if somebody actually did something wrong to you, but then you getting involved or intervening in other people's affairs and bringing their name up, that's you becoming a part of their situation. Right. So that's like you creating a situation. So I think, like, I would say he targets people of his culture more, but if there's an opportunity to go after a bigger fish, if he could do it without fucking up where he is at the gate that he's at, you feel me? Because his shit's gate kept too. Yeah. He got interest. You know what I mean? So he got to play ball to a certain extent. So he don't want to fuck up his interest, but he still has his image, his brand, and all that other shit.
Right.
So
right.
I mean,
right.
it's
He kind of can't go at certain people because certain people gonna be like, yo, that's cuz. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That money is the thing.
It makes sense.
That money is the thing, man.
It makes sense.
Money is important. So the get back is good, but I think he's the term that I got from wrestling, the cerebral assassin.
Yeah,
Because
that's good.
Because he figures out how to get in the head of his opponent.
Cause look at how he got Clarissa scrambling.
Yeah.
He got Clarissa scrambling, bro. He got her. I don't know what's going on with that situation.
Why you was FaceTiming this dude on Christmas? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Then
like,
you say you don't know the nigga, and then he's in the car with you, and they're like, yo, why you shotgun? You see what I'm saying? It looked like she was messing with that nigga, and then she stopped messing with that nigga.
They ain't never do nothing. They ain't never get there, but da-da-da-da-da. But, ooh, that's crazy.
Wow, that's a wild situation. And I just feel like in those situations, the best thing for Clarissa to do is just stop talking. Stop talking. You know what I mean? You don't gotta cover your tracks. You don't have nothing to hide. You talk to your man, you tell him what's up. If he believes you, that's all you need. You don't need the public opinion. Her shit is a lot of times she needs the public opinion. Yeah, look at me flossing. Look at me, I'm the best in the world. You don't need that. You don't need that. Let your work
pack upstairs.
That's on. Yeah, man, that's too much.
And then he pointing down.
And she is the GOAT, the woke, bro. Don't get this fucked up. Like, I've been saying when she first came out, like, I was like, yo, she different. You know what I'm saying? She can actually box. Like,
she a good boxer, but
she's a great boxer, bro.
Her
not good. She's a great boxer. Like,
she is great, but her
she's cute.
Her personality outside of boxing is kind of fucked up.
I agree. I'm not even. I can't even dispute that. Especially after I seen this shit, I'm like, yo, like she's not.
You know what she remind me of? Like the female version of Roy Jones.
I could see that. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Because Roy gonna act like he know, even if he don't know. So I can see that. Shout out to Roy though, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you don't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers.
But so far she been putting a whooping on everybody.
I mean, yeah.
Even crossover.
Roy was too though.
She hasn't lost anything.
But Roy was too though. And then that's what scares me for her, because I don't want her to lose. I want her to stay undefeated like fucking Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
She gotta retire when she break a record.
I mean, she already broke that record.
She gotta have the most undefeated championships.
Cause she's going in. I think she's already undisputed like 3 times. A nigga not even undisputed unless it's Terrence Crawford, and he retired too.
She gotta have the most wins.
Oh yeah, she could do that. She could do that. I think it's gonna be different when she
got her Olympics joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's good. So she got that on her belt.
Right. She got heavyweight. She got undisputed 146 to 168. That's dope, my nigga. That's 3 weight classes. Like, people don't understand how hard that shit is. Like, that's like going from like 150 pounds.
Her last match, she was slugging it out with that girl.
She was. It was personal. You could tell it was personal.
Cause that she do. She kissed her boyfriend.
Nah, cause old girl was so, was shitting on her in the Remy situation and saying that she was lying about the Remy situation, and she knew that. You know what I mean?
She was like, not really upstairs.
Yeah. She rubbed it wrong.
Nigga downstairs.
You know what I'm saying? Rubbed her the wrong way. She wasn't feeling her, but because they started friends, and then
she was like, "Heat that plate up, man."
And she said it wasn't even her biggest payday, which is crazy. Like, that shit wasn't your biggest payday. Wasn't it on Netflix? and that shit wasn't your biggest payday. Nah, you need to go to talk.
She got bigger bags than that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
She need to talk to her fucking what's in her management because that's crazy. Like, and then you accept that shit.
But I'm saying Netflix is a big bag though. I would think.
Nigga,
so. And she got a big bag on Netflix.
That's why Ronda Rousey coming back. That's why.
But what if she got? What if she got a bigger bag than she got on Netflix?
And she lying because she should have said that. She should have said that was her biggest payday.
Well, why not? She should have said her fights probably be selling out where they be at.
I don't believe that. That's the first time I ever heard that. No, respectfully.
I never heard of her.
Hold on. Oh, let me ask you this. Hold on. A one night Yankee Stadium broadcasted live versus a Netflix event one night. What gets more sales that night?
In my opinion, both sold out.
Both sold out.
If both sold out, then Netflix, because Netflix is a fucking what's the name? It's a server.
And for people that can't go out or don't want to go out, they could just watch it.
It's way bigger, bro.
But people want to go to the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, but it's Yankee Stadium can only hold up so much.
That's not
exactly.
But people gonna pay to see it too.
Yeah, but more people are going because it's a money. There, people could it could be a money if you can't afford a ticket right now, or to go where it is. You don't live there. It's
it'll be just like on Netflix, but you don't have a Netflix account to get it. You just gotta pay to watch it on whatever.
Think about it like this: paying $10. Paying $10 a month is more feasible. It makes more sense than paying for that one. What's the name? There's just gonna be way more people that can afford the $10 a month versus the $99.
But I'm just saying, the bread you making, but the bread you making at one of those stadiums is crazy for that one night.
It is.
It's not,
but not more than Netflix though.
People gotta have to want to see it. Just because it's on Netflix, people gonna be like, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, that's what happened in Tyson.
Depends.
We knew
the Tyson fight. The Tyson fight was different because it's something that you want to see.
Right. Yeah, they probably gonna get a new subscription.
Right.
But who he was just talking about? Who he was just talking about?
Clarissa Shields.
Nobody want to see her like that.
Nah, people want to see Clarissa Shields.
Not like that. Not like Netflix.
She's the highest paid.
Not like Netflix. I'm not watching her on Netflix. I still haven't seen it.
I'm just saying that.
Sorry.
No, I get it. I'm just saying that.
Not even no shade, my nigga.
Way more people is still. I mean, think about it.
I watch boxing.
If it's still Clarissa Shields, then she would make even less money in a New York stadium or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because who's paying $99 to come see her?
Are you saying because listen, because this is the same. This is a good discussion. You don't even know why. Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
Right. Jada and fucking Fat Joe. Right. Okay, they putting these shows, these podcasts that be on the radio. They putting it on the fucking Netflix. Right. Their audience is on the radio. Their audience can translate to this fucking service that they're gonna pay a monthly fee for.
Right.
But they wouldn't rather do that than fucking just have it at the convenience that they normally would have it at.
Right.
Now, a stadium versus Netflix is probably a bad analogy, but this is perfect. Mm-hmm. When you're talking about radio versus the transition to going on a streaming platform that you have to pay to play, the inconvenience of having to have to pay for it, and normal people having so many subscriptions to so many other things, and this is one other thing that you're taking away from me that I enjoy. Now I have to pay for it. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's one of those. So it's like shit that was on YouTube. The YouTube user, it was simpler for them on the YouTube. It was free. You're taking that audience from there to Netflix. It's really like it's an uncomfortable transition to the everyday user.
If we're gonna use that same analogy, then we gotta go back to Clarissa Shields and whoever her opponent is, right? Clarissa Shields.
Ronda Rousey.
All right, let's say Clarissa Shields and Ronda Rousey, even though they'll never fight. Ronda Rousey gave it up to Clarissa Shields as she should. But for Clarissa Shields, it makes more sense to be on a Netflix because Netflix is cheaper as opposed for the same reason that it makes more sense for the Breakfast Club to be on YouTube. The Breakfast Club to be on YouTube is free, so more people, you know what I mean? It's easier to just go on there because it's so affordable and watch, whatever you want to watch on the Breakfast Club. Just like for Clarissa Shields, you're not going to pay top dollar to go to New York Stadium because it's top dollar, and not a lot of people might know Clarissa Shields or her opponent. They won't give a fuck. So it's like for the Breakfast Club, it's almost opposite, right? Because why are we paying money to watch the Breakfast Club, and the narrative of the Breakfast Club, the trajectory was already kind of falling off. Niggas wasn't really watching the Breakfast Club like that. They was still peeping it, but they wasn't
really listening to it.
Yeah, they was, sometimes, but it's like it wasn't
radio.
the same. You gotta think like fucking the best times in the Breakfast Club is when other people came up there and it was solid. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is all.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you good. I be tempted sometimes, but
you right about that. Like that's how people generally tuned into that. But I'm just saying, it's still a form. It's still changing a form of access. So
I'm not mad at it.
You can be on Netflix and not be a popular show. You can be on Netflix and not have a wide audience, and then that show that's on Netflix is not doing very successful, not getting a lot of streams, and then it's taken off of the platform. It happens. It's shit that's on Netflix I'll never watch. Like, how the fuck did it even get in my fucking algorithm? Like, that's just crazy. But other people fucking watch shit, and then the shit change. You know what I mean? Whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, I think if you have an event like that, just people that's, oh shit, it's gonna be a box. She's gonna have a boxing match there. Like, that's gonna be the biggest thing. That's gonna be Netflix is big, but it's just the crowd that it would draw, and you know how much it would cost. They're gonna pay that amount to go to that event. Their capacity is, I don't know how many they hold. They hold a few thousand, right, in their Yankee Stadium. Sold out, definitely sold out. You know what I mean? Like, that would be crazier than being on Netflix. But if it's on Netflix, it could still do good just because Netflix, but Netflix is not Yankee Stadium.
Look at Cassidy, right? When Cassidy came back to battle rap, I think he was one of the first rappers that had his shit live streamed, right? Where it was streamed as it was happening. Usually they'll tape it so they could doctor it and edit it how they want to edit it, and then they'll release it. You see what I'm saying? I think Cassidy was one of the first rappers, and he broke the internet with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he have a hologram?
Too? Yeah, to the
nigga had a hologram.
He had a hologram. It wasn't at the battle. It was at the fucking face off.
The face off. He had a hologram at the face off.
That's innovation. Cassidy. That's innovation.
Like,
that's how you know
like
you got
the Tupac shit. Yeah. You remember the Tupac Coachella shit? He had a hologram like that.
That's how you know that you got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, bread. You know what I'm saying?
That's bread. Fucking hologram, nigga.
He won the battle from that. Like that. Your opponent can't do that shit.
Yo, I wanted him to do that in the battle, nigga. Like, do a hologram battle, nigga.
That would be crazy.
Nah, nigga, you better pull up. Everybody be like, yo, you better pull up.
Well, shit. And he's like king and talking shit. So, like, fucking all those what's the names? All those face-offs. If they have, I mean, he be getting niggas mad and they be looking like they want to fight, and then they kind of cut off the fucking what's the name, because everybody want to leave and shit.
Anderson Bears just went against damn, my fault.
Nah,
Anderson Bears just went against fucking Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I think
saw that?
Fly sent me a clip of that. Yeah, he said some fire, bro. He said he was like
Anderson Bears star.
he said it's like a cracker and a grape. That's a struggle plea. I said, oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Nigga said a cracker and a grape. That's a struggle plea.
Grape Street Gang.
That was
Cracker and a grape is a struggle, man. Struggle plea. But I mean, with hip hop, it just be going there. It could go there. It could go crazy.
Especially when nigga like Arsenal, talk about your mama, talk about your dad.
Yeah. You know, anybody got any other topics?
I just sent you something. Well, I guess they're joking, obviously, but J. Cole showed up at It Is What It Is to confirm.
Oh,
that was good publicity right there.
You saw it?
I seen him. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all gotta tell me about it.
I didn't watch it.
They didn't have an episode. They just had him walk in, and while Cameron was talking, and
you just said,
boy said, "You gonna sue me, really?" I was like, "Oh shit, I can't wait."
Oh, and then J. Cole pulled up on camera, pressing him about suing him.
And you know he about to give him the
It ain't say nothing?
No, because it was a publicity.
Girl can't be a stylist either. When she said fixing somebody's collar, I don't know what may happen next session.
Yeah, that's the.
What's up, man? I'm just saying, like, I'm awesome, bro. Lawyers, you know, it wasn't like that.
Yo, kids still nigga. Yes, it was like that, nigga. He wanted his fucking interview. Nigga got his interview. Now you switched up. It wasn't like that.
Yeah. Cam funny. Cam funny for that one. Wasn't like that. It was like that. Man,
he did have dropped the lawsuit though, because he said he don't feel like doing all that. He just wished that he would do what he agreed.
That's probably what it was. He probably dropped it because he probably got word back that he was gonna show up. He just, had to handle his other shit.
He did an interview somewhere else though,
and he did say that. And remember, Cam was somebody. He was like he wasn't doing interviews right now. So it makes sense that now that he's doing interviews, then you should be able to pull up the Cam shit.
I'm glad he did.
Y'all can get a water, bro. Appreciate it. Oh shit.
Shit. He did have to I could pull up though for real. He did have to pull up though for real, like after he had that interview at the other spot.
And he put out 2 albums.
I'm glad he pulled up though.
Let me see. I can't wait to see the
Cole is a problem, man. I feel like I was listening to something today. It was like a strip club joint. But it was thorough. Like I'm like, yo, he's so versatile. Like,
yeah.
Like he got something for everything. Like
his only asterisk is him tapping up that beat, bro. I think that's his only.
But I can't even hold that against him. Like
I can't because I understand why he was.
He don't want to be involved.
I can understand
because it's a conflict of interest. I'm
on
the track with this nigga, and you my bro. Like,
but you can't.
So I can't come at you.
Ain't nobody can fuck with you, and because then niggas gonna be like, okay, well we could say some shit, but it's not gonna. We can't take it to a certain level. Like that's not bored.
Because you like you put me in this shit. I didn't want to be in this shit. You put me in this shit. So now, because you put me in this shit, now I feel like I gotta say something. But you know, they didn't even want to backtrack. I don't like them backtracking.
That's what I'm saying. It's always gonna be an asterisk, bro.
But
I could
because
overlook it.
that's not how
for
it is.
hip-hop.
Just like Money
respect
Long, the singer Money Long was like, she was in a studio one time and he was there, and she was, something happened. She was complaining about something or whatever. She wasn't. I don't think she was talking to him. But when he kicked, yeah, he just seen her having her moment or whatever, and he just left. Like,
I get that shit.
like, I guess he's like, I don't want to deal with that shit. Like,
see, I'm cool with just
and I'm
leaving.
trying to make music. And Cam said that. He said that too. He needed the right. It gotta be right, like the feng shui, the stars. No, he said the stars gotta align. That's what he said. So he is like spiritual like that, and you're trying to make music and do stuff. You need a certain energy
around you, right? I get all that. I just don't think that he should have put his 2 cents in. He dropped the album, yeah. He dropped the whole diss album, and then he backed up. It's like, don't even drop the album then. I don't even want to know what you would have done. I just don't want to hear it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. If you feel that way, then just keep it that way. That's your brother. That's your brother. Because he was doing war tactics. Like if you peep it, he had 2 artists that was signed to TDE. That was Kendrick shit involved in this shit. It's like, yo, bro, can't move like that. And then piece it. And then like, yo, it's all peace. Like you just have my niggas like type of shit you trying to pull, bro.
So, what do you think? What do you think is the biggest beef right now in hip hop?
T.I.
50 Cent and everybody. Fucking
50? 50 versus
50's the algorithm, like you said. He beat for like the old school 50. Like this is old school 50 shit. It was 50 versus everybody. This is the old school 50. He's back. Like, he's not even rapping.
What is he planning? What's going on? What is
all of this is promotion for his shows, bro.
Is it?
Yes. The T.I. disc is gonna be the fucking theme song for the last Power, bro. That's the theme song, bro. The disc.
So they make it to more Power Origins and Power.
Yeah, like that's promotion right there, bro.
He
win, lose, or indifferent.
He getting all the attention, right?
Yeah. You gonna always hear that shit. Nobody talk about T.I. None of T.I. disses. We talk more about his son's dissing than T.I. And even his son shit gonna fade out as soon as we start hearing the Power every night. Or whatever Power airs. This shit crazy, bro. Like, nigga's really a marketing genius. And I think he figured out a way to keep himself
He's diabolical, bro.
Yeah, without even rapping. He got rap. One diss on that, and then he dissed Jim Maino Fab on the Max B shit. And then it's like, yo, we ain't rapping like that. Shit crazy.
I ain't like that song really.
Which one?
The one with Max B.
Yeah, he like it. He just kind of threw that together.
Yeah, I feel like he had to like. It's like a boxer where they got to take a fight to get back into the ring. Right. That's what that whole album.
Lyrical exercise.
It was just some exercise to get back in his pocket. Because I ain't really like that whole project.
But that's the thing, like this nigga, he still like just came at they little, you know what I mean? Came at they group real quick. Used this nigga because he got a beef with him as a pawn. And you see the crazy shit that I seen a clip of something Max B was saying about Chrissy. About she was
recently
sucking on him. Nah, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. That's why
that clip was
be
crazy.
As long as you fucking with Chris, you not tolerating that shit.
He's like, yo, she keep on calling me, telling me she want me back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, what?
That's tough.
This before he got locked up.
Yeah, I'm sure his mindset is different now.
She touched him like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, yeah, he was going in.
That shit was hilarious back in the day. Bro. Think about it now, like, yeah, we older now. We was kids when that shit. We was just, you know. But when you older, you realize, damn, these niggas saying about this fucking.
So that's what I'm saying. That being said, like, how do you? So you feel like T.I. and 50 Cent is the best beef right now?
Yeah. Who else beefing?
They old.
I mean, all these niggas.
There's other people beefing.
Who? Rapping wise.
Rapping wise?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to Chicago shit. Most of them niggas locked up. The ones I like, Dirk locked up. Fuck
nah,
yeah.
you got NBA YoungBoy and
I definitely don't pay
NLE Chopper.
they still beefing.
Yeah,
I mean, it never really was a response.
Yeah, after I seen them, and what's the nigga name? Chopper shit.
Yeah,
I saw he was doing the dance with the Michael Jackson shit.
Wow,
shit. He's just joking. And then NBA YoungBoy, I don't know.
Nicki Minaj.
I haven't heard a song.
Versus who is she going against last?
I don't know.
Everybody, because people are mad because she's a Republican.
She's a Trumper. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
I ain't mad at her.
But it was a female.
Yeah, but they were making a big deal. They was like, she ain't from here.
So it's cool when Megan goes on the Democratic what's her name? Shake her ass. Right? Yeah, but it's not cool for what's her name to fuck with Trump.
She getting backlash for stuff too, for like some animated shit. She made like an animation with her twerking. Defeating Megan? Her twerking being her superpower, and she defeated somebody with twerking.
Well, look, bro. All I can say is free Tory. I mean, she clearly lied on that man. Yeah, that's cool, but she clearly lied on that man, and she didn't take no accountability and just keep it real and be like, "Yo, my friend was the reason that whole situation happened. You put that on a black man. That now I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe as a black man. I feel like she has a thing against black men to get them, lie upon them, make them go to jail, and then this was a situation over your homegirl. Right. That's wild to me. And people just acting like that shit didn't happen, and you know, they kind of disregard it, and it's just like, yo, that shows how a whole demographic of women will just ignore the truth and then move on for that shit. Like it's no big deal. It's like some women will be like, nah, fuck that, free Tory. Like that's the ones that you gotta look at and be like, okay, this is a solid woman because she can see some shit that's wrong and call it for what it is. But then there's some women that's like, nah, I don't give a fuck Tory. And that's the women that you gotta look out for because it's like those would be the same ones that be like, nigga, fuck you, and you ain't even do nothing. So, that shit crazy. But who else beat this?
Shit, I don't even know. I just know like we only know about like the really big ones right now.
Yeah,
oh yeah, you know Glorilla and her sister, but she not a rapper. She not a rapper though. No.
That's more family shit.
You got Finesse 2 times and what's his name? Fucking Yo. Is it Yo? No, not Yo Guy. Is it Yo Guy?
I have no idea. I don't follow those people.
Who the dude from Memphis? The tall dude with the braid.
He used to fuck with what's her name too?
He fuck with Ari.
Yeah, he fuck with Ari, but he used to fuck with Megan Stallion too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, what's his name? I know who you talk about. Light skin nigga, man.
Moneybag Yo.
Yeah,
Moneybag Yo. Yeah, there you go.
I
See, I don't really listen to him like that. I ain't gonna hold you. And he got some songs that are decent.
Yeah,
but I'm just not a big fan.
Both of them can rap though. If you put it like that, they both can rap. They might not have the biggest singles.
No, I only knew because you said Ari's baby dad. That's why I knew who you were talking about. Because I don't. If I heard a song by him, I wouldn't even know that it was him.
Is Ari a rapper?
No, I'm saying I know who she. I know who her baby father is. That's her baby mom too.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know none of that.
She was the first. She was with him before he was famous.
Got you.
And she messing with somebody else, right?
Now?
Wasn't she cheating on? She was cheating on Moneybag Yo with somebody.
Oh, damn.
Some other industry person. I think Lil Uzi or somebody.
Little Uzi? Oh my god.
I don't know. Because the City Girls with Lil Uzi.
Yeah. She would have crashed out.
Yeah, something like that. It was. No, maybe it wasn't Lil Uzi. I don't want him to speak. Allegedly, it was some other industry person.
That's crazy. Wow. Wow. They all be passing females up off and shit. I don't like that. It's a wild industry.
You ever watch what you call it? Could Have Been Love?
Yeah, I watched that shit a few times.
That's just hilarious.
They call her. What they call her? Not Bigfoot.
Matumbo?
Yeah, they call her Matumbo. At first, I see her on IG and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's a big motherfucker.
Now look, Matumbo.
Why the fuck would they
is messing with another? She's messing with another streamer. Check this out. She's messing with another streamer by the name of McQueen. So they had a stream.
Now or when they were doing the thing?
This was 4 months ago. This was pre-recorded. Could have been Love's episode was pre-recorded. She was talking to McQueen after she finished recording that.
Right.
But he's just now seeing the footage and talking to her about it, and he made her take a lie detector test. And on a lie detector test, she was just lying about stuff that was like, why you lying about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not true. Like, he was like, did you miss me when you was on the show? And she was like, yeah. And it was like, that's a lie. He's like, how the hell you gonna miss me? And you ain't even know me at that point. Like, I'm like, this nigga's stupid. He was just trolling. Yeah, dude was just trolling. But it was, I mean, I don't know. I think it's all scripted anyway. Not really. Yeah. But she alright. She not bad.
She not. She just seem a little
mad, tall, a little ditzy.
Yeah. But I feel like all of them OnlyFans chicks be kind of like similar in status. Like they're out there, they look kind of good, and they don't mind selling it.
What do you think about Selena Powell?
Oh nah, she's wild.
Damn, it's good, man.
She's wild.
Chitty always out, bro.
She's wild. Like,
every episode.
Just how she is. She's always talking about fucking Drewski and shit. It's like, yo, come on, man. You wild. That's the one that was fucking with Tekashi too, right?
Yep.
See? Yeah.
Who did she fuck with?
I be hearing she likes to steal and shit too. I don't like that.
She said she don't do that no more.
Yeah, right. Given the opportunity.
You gotta trust her.
Yeah, I don't think I could. Not after that show. Every night, my nigga. Yeah, I'm just mad I ain't getting no dick from Drewski.
Yeah. I love it. I like the show because it's a parody of the reality shows, and I just like to make fun of them. But you realize that it's just more just like it than anything else. It's just like the reality shows. Like it's not really that much different.
Yeah, it's not.
It's only
they be kissing and shit.
Yeah, it's only difference is that
it's funny because
these are women and they're studs that are competing for a comedian.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's what makes it funny.
Like straight up stuff, like deeper voices than us.
It's like a skit. It's like a skit. Like a reality show skit.
Yeah.
Like some Dave Chappelle shit.
Drewski got Drewski has his lane. He's definitely doing it well. Like I used to think that a lot of them niggas ain't.
He gonna get a Comedy Central.
That's what I'm saying.
Special with some shit.
That's what I'm saying. But I think right now he's good with the YouTube. Cause think about it, like he's doing his thing, bro. He got his own little 2 shows. He got could have been records. He got could have been Bug. You know what I mean? And that house wasn't cheap looking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had the boats. They had to drive them off on the boats and shit. I'm like, yo, that's not cheap. And you gotta feed them. You gotta, you know what I mean? They stay in the same house to shoot. Like, yeah, like that's worth money. So he got money to throw around. At least his production team does. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But I don't know. That shit crazy.
Who you think he gonna pick?
I don't know. Is Matumbo
Milkshake?
You said who?
Milkshake?
Nah, Milkshake. Didn't she leave?
Nah.
Which is Milkshake? The one with the
Milkshake is the biggest, the bigger.
No.
You don't think he's gonna pick her?
I think he's gonna either pick.
You think he's gonna pick a baddie?
I think she's gonna look good.
You think she's gonna look good?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because the last one he picked didn't look good. So now
he's doing mad commercials with her and everything, man.
Yeah.
Like she mad marketable. You talking about the chick that got a baby?
I don't know.
On the last one. She be like, my man.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah.
She got a baby?
Yup. Baby Drewski. No, it ain't good. But it's funny because who you think he gonna pick, he might not pick. Like I thought he would pick no English.
Yeah, cause she bad.
He ain't pick no English.
She off already?
Nah, but I don't know.
I'm about to say, nigga.
But now we like me like he might pick me like me like the one he smashed. Allegedly.
Oh, he did smash.
Allegedly.
See?
Allegedly though. She keep on saying it.
She's saying it? I don't know.
She might be lying.
She could be. That's for sure.
He might have told her to lie and say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's interesting. It's funny. It's really some shit that like if you could do it, like would you do that? Like just to make some money?
What you mean, go on a show?
No, like organize this show. Like some show like that.
They got shows on YouTube. People be trying to do it, like little fake baddies. Like
somebody trying to get.
You know the shows that I like? Those cheating shows.
The loyalty test.
The loyalty test.
Oh.
And different
people be crazy, yo. Like I be seeing the hood ones. Like I seen one where this nigga pulled out a gun on this nigga, right? So like they go into the shit. They go into
This is fake or some real shit?
I don't know, cause it's like crazy.
It's supposed to be real,
but he go into the shit with the chick, and he set it up. He like, yo, we gonna just have the camera set up, let them talk or whatever. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, then we gonna just stop it.
Right.
They going in, they talking, they doing whatever. Then they just start getting it in, like, you know what I mean? She start topping them off, whatever. What? And then he's like, yo, I told you don't go that far. He's like, yo, this one thing got to the next, bro. She like, what's going on here? What is this? Like, what? He like, yo, no, you not doing this, son. Then he like, yo, then he pulled out straight. He like, yo, you got a G? a banger? He like, yeah, yo. Like I'm not playing these games. Like I'm not playing like that.
Which one had
So
it?
then the security guard tried to disarm the dude that was supposed to be had set it up. Cause his friend, he told his friend, like, yeah, I want you to try to talk to her or whatever.
And it was his
go as far as you can. Yeah.
I hope that shit was fake.
They should pick someone. They shouldn't let
Yeah,
them
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man.
But at least you found
them
out
shows
that
be
he
wild,
right,
man.
he shouldn't have let her do that if you his friend.
Them shows be wild.
Stop before.
Yeah, that's the case. And it's on camera, like, yo, you put a gun on me. It's like you pulled out a gun on me with an intent to kill. Like, that's a case right there. If it was, you know, for real. But I don't know. That sounds like it was some other shit. That's wild. Put out a gun on me on national TV.
And it's not your wife.
Yeah, they both could have got a fucking lawsuit. If you're not killing me on camera, unless you're killing anybody or unaliving anybody.
He told her don't come back to his house either. I don't know where she went. She must have went with the dude. He's like, yo, you could come with me.
I did tell you that.
Yo, he said you could come with me. You could give me a ride.
The other dude.
The other dude. He said you could come with me. You can give me a ride. She was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride.
They probably about to finish what they started.
Let me stay with you.
To be honest, yeah. To be honest with you, like, I can't believe you set me up. Yeah, but you know, I understand it. But all them shits be fake, bro. Like I told you, I went on the Maury show, and they was telling
you went on it
on the Maury show.
Oh shit!
Not on like in the crowd type shit. And they fake. All them stories are fake. It was like, yeah, we want you to do this and we want you to do that. I'm like, oh, okay. So this shit fake as fuck. I think they have like some type of
Wait, so you was on an episode?
Yeah.
What?
I wasn't on the episode. I was
in the episode.
He was in the crowd.
Yeah, I was in the crowd.
I
wasn't on the episode. It wasn't about me, but you know what I'm saying? I was on the actual episode that, you know what I mean, aired. You know what I'm saying? And they made it seem like it was some real shit, but it wasn't. It was actors.
I'm like, yo, this nigga.
Nah, that would have been crazy.
What was you up there for? What?
It was some cheating shit. It was some dude and his girl was cheating, and she was cheating on him with his brother on some messy shit. And she was like, "Well, we in love and blah blah blah." And then the brother just came up. He was like, "Oh yeah, we in love and yada yada yada." And then they was supposed to fight and shit. Like this shit was all scripted. It was all fake. We got pizza. Nigga had his dog come out. Like it was weird, bro.
Wow, they give you a treat.
Yeah, his dog came out and did some weird little spinneroonie trick and some shit like that. And he gave your dog a trick. He did that shit 3 times. I was like, oh, this shit is a ritual. He's draining us for our energy. It was on some vampire shit.
I thought it was Mr. Pickles. You ever seen the fucking Mr. Pickles? The adult cartoon, Mr. Pickles is a dog. It's like a demonic dog.
I believe it. Nigga. I felt mad tired after we didn't even do shit. Mad tired after that shit. We definitely drained our energy.
Boy, got that good money, man.
Yeah, that long. But shit wasn't all peaches and cream. You hear how you talk about his wife? It's like, yeah, you used to do a lot of flirting. I'm like, damn, boy. He sound bitter as fuck about that. I said, you can tell that's a sore spot in their relationship. He was very friendly.
He ain't never get over that.
He did. Especially because you could tell he really loved her ass too. She was like, yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here. Yo. Wow. Why you love his dog, man?
Yep. Yo, I seen something wild today. So you know how Piers Morgan, you know about Piers Morgan, right? You know how Piers Morgan, he always talks about how the manosphere or the red pill is misogynistic and they're evil, they have evil rhetoric and all of this other stuff. But then it was a guy that was up there who's not really, I mean, I don't know about him. He might be popular, but I haven't really heard of him. But he compares him to Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, right?
So basically, who he's talking about.
Right. So, long story short, he's saying all these things about him. And then the dude says, well, you know what? You're saying all of this, but I've never been on an Epstein Island.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
shit.
And he was like,
You say?
he was like, oh. Piers was like, you're a fucking asshole. You're the lowest of the low. You're a twerp. You're all this like.
He hit a nerve.
Yeah, he just started going in on him.
He hit a nerve. Yeah.
And he said, whoa. Let's have a conversation like men or whatever.
The other dude
He's like, yeah. He is like, I'm not gonna stoop to your level with your insults. He was like, I wasn't insulting, I was saying the fact. You're in the files. He's like, and what does it say in the files? In the 30, however many, 16 lines that I did appear in, what does it say in those files related to me? Because you're talking about something that you don't have any understanding of, and you're not saying something that that's really smart to be saying, you know what I mean, publicly. So he was like, well, I know whatever I know, you know what I mean, whatever. He's still going with it. But then he says, he's like, well, I know enough about you. Like, I know that is it a reason that you don't like men like me, men that take charge, and women like men like me, because we're the type of guys that your wife is banging when we're washing her car and taking pictures and putting them online. And then he shows a picture of him. He's like, "Isn't this your wife right here?"
No.
Or whatever. Yeah. And then Piers was like, "I'm gonna take this bullshit." And he got up and walked off.
On his own show. Damn. That's crazy, bro. On his own show. I would at least just told him to get the fuck on my show, bro. That's crazy, yo.
He just got flamed. That's it.
Damn. Well, shouldn't have been on that island.
Right.
Fuck wrong with that nigga, bro? Like he said, shouldn't have been on that island. Good.
He said I was never on the island. I just had contact with Elaine Maxwell.
But that's crazy. What was old boy name, man?
The dude, oh man.
Nigga said, "This is your wife. This is her." That's the
worst
name. That's a reason right there that I'd be like, damn, like if I marry this woman, if these type of situations happen, can I trust that she's not a part of that shit at all? You see what I'm saying? Because that shit'll change everything. It's like, yo, even that's why I said going back to that Clarissa shit. It's like, yo, if you say that you don't know this nigga at all, and then he pops up and has evidence that you did know him, then like what else are you lying about? Right. You know what I'm saying? And Pap is in a rock and a hard place because he already left Remy for the same shit apparently that old girl was doing. And even if she never does it again, she did do it.
He could always go back home.
I don't know about that. Because even if he do go back home, he still got cheated on from Remy.
She's not with Easy no more.
It don't matter. It don't matter. If she was unhappy enough to go with Easy in the first place and allegedly have
They need
a girlfriend too, and she came from jail, and that story was true too. This is a reoccurring thing. Like maybe he just need to be alone for a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being alone for a little bit.
He keep on being cheaters.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's you just gotta be like, man, you know what? Let me just stay out the way. I got a beautiful young daughter, and you know what I'm saying. She don't need to be seeing her dad go through this type of shit.
But maybe Clarissa was just trying to do her music shit. Like she was like,
yeah, I understand. I feel you. But you know what I'm saying? She's a great boxer, but she doesn't have to be great at everything. But on the I just think that I don't even think that she's cheating on him. I think that it was a situation where her ego got involved, right? Because if we know one thing about fucking Clarissa Shields, we know that she got a big ego for how she carries herself. So it could have been a situation where, oh well, you was married and you was fucking with Remy, so I just wanted to, you know what I mean, have my options open too. Because what if she did look at the situation like, oh, Pat Poose was trying to play her just for the money and shit like that. So now you want to have other options just in case that shit don't fall through. Because they was just talking around what 2024, right? How long they been talking? For 2 years.
yeah, like 2024.
Yeah, so they was just talking at 2024.
Because that's the same thing that the other
the dude, yeah, they was talking in 2024. So that makes sense. That you know what I mean. He still had his situation and was new with Remy, and she had her options too because she's supposed to be the world champ, so she can't just be completely committed to somebody that you just met and he's married. So it makes sense, but you gotta be honest. You can't say you don't know somebody and you know them. You can't say you don't be with somebody and you be with them.
right.
You gotta be honest. So I don't know, man. That's crazy. So yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Yeah, this situation is just it gets weirder and weirder really for me because like
With them, man.
yeah, because I don't understand why.
She made that R&B ballad. She said he the only one that can tell me to be quiet. Be quiet. Yo, I said I felt that. Those bars. Yo. She woke, bro.
Cause she like that.
She woke.
She said she always be making meals for Pat.
She said that on the song, or she said that in general?
She said that in general.
I mean, she got 8 men.
She just loved Pat.
She love that nigga, man. I love her energy for her man. No, I can't lie. I just hope that she didn't lie about that situation because it make her look bad. I think she should just keep it real, and you know what I mean. And she'll be good because I don't think Pat going nowhere. Especially if it was a situation where it was like, yeah, we was just talking, and I was trying to see, I was exploring my options, and then I saw how he was moving, and I ain't respect it. So simple as that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially if you ain't let him hit. You let him hit, and you lying. That's different. That's different.
The crazy thing is all these women are married, yo, and they they fucking they shit up with the one they married to. Like that's crazy. Like it really if I didn't know any examples of what a good marriage looked like I'd be really discouraged. Like, well, I am a little, but I'd be more discouraged if I never even knew it existed. Because
I'm still
I'd be
discouraged.
like,
I'm still discouraged because even though there is examples, most of the examples are not in my generation.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? 'Cause the ones in my generation is just what's like what they gotta go through. I don't want to go through that. what they gotta deal with, I don't want to deal with that. It's like, yo, like what is the benefits? And it's hard to really see in our generation, bro. Because I don't see much
right.
on the other side, and that's not good. Like,
Another thing that we wanted to talk about. This is really a controversial high topic. I I don't know how much time we got. There's just one more topic.
all right,
This is a topic that she saw on Instagram.
okay,
I thought it was TikTok, the way that the question was, because generally these are the topics that be on TikTok.
right.
And is are there any examples that haven't exist?
Are there any examples that haven't exist?
Yes.
Um, yeah. Heaven on earth, and examples of this is peace, relaxation, um, uh, women bringing joy and comfort to you instead of headache and drama, um, health, everybody good at one time. You know what I mean? Nobody's, heaven is what you make it. Heaven around you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that can only be spoken or experienced when you're at absolutely peace with your life and your decisions and your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? But it's not for everybody. I don't think it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's my example, the heaven that you create for yourself. But as far as the heaven in the clouds and everybody wearing all white, and I think that's bullshit.
Hmm.
I think that's bullshit.
Okay, good. This is actually deeper than just like if I was able to actually give a tangible example, I couldn't just give you examples of things that I enjoy.
Yeah, this is personal.
Because my heaven could be hell. You know,
Well, is it hell for you?
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
My heaven interpretation of my heaven could be an interpretation of hell for you. Like say to a dark individual, their heaven is like dragons and goblins and all this other wild shit, ghosts and all type of shit around them, just free and a magical Harry Potter world and shit like that. Is their heaven, and they find peace in that in the woods. but that might be not fun for you. Like, you know what I mean? Coming outside, you see a dragon outside your door, or you see a fucking goblin just sitting at the bus stop, you know what I mean? That could eat you or some shit, you know what I mean? You got to go the other way. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but it's not for you. So
it's not for you. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm
As
saying.
long as it's not for you, then you can't focus on what anybody else's opinion is of it. It's for you.
But when they ask you to give an example of does your heaven exist, what's the example?
That's why I said it got to be personalized for you. Because if it's not personalized for you, then it's somebody else's heaven.
I think heaven would be you don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly.
I don't think anybody has an example of not having to worry about. Everybody has to worry about something.
I mean, but you also said that the perfect example of how we should be as men is stoicism. And stoicism is about worrying about what we can control. So that's that's not worrying about anything. You know what I mean? Because if you're not worrying about things that you can't control, then you can control how you react. That's heaven in a sense. Because you're controlling your reaction. You're not worried about nothing. You're not sad about anything. You're just only in control of what you can be in control of, and that's your thoughts. So I think your thoughts could be heaven. It's just you have to be at peace with yourself. That's the problem, though, Smiley. A lot of people are not at peace with themselves. A lot of people aren't in the position where they feel like, yo, my life is going how I want it to go. And that's why a lot of people aren't stoic or can't be stoic because they can't see circumstances not happening to them instead of them controlling how the circumstances or how they um, think or act in those circumstances. But you're right, though. We got to be more stoic. And we got to learn how to do that so we can get that heaven on earth, so we can be at peace with ourselves and our decisions. But that shit ain't easy. Or it's as easy as we make it, I guess.
Right. I mean, we could. There's changes that men can make within themselves towards these goals, but it has to be done individually. It wouldn't be a collective. And I mean, I think that's why I said it's important for spaces like this to continue, even if they're not, you know, they don't have the street team, they're not outreaching to at least still have these conversations, get these conversations circulating.
Right.
I want to have an opportunity to speak with one of my family members that just won a lawsuit against the state of Connecticut police department um, for having been wrongfully convicted for 10 years.
Damn. That's heavy.
And was able to not only prove his innocence after serving 10 years, but also get a mass settlement.
Good job. Good job,
And became the board of aldermen. That's just crazy.
The board of what?
Aldermen.
I don't even know what that is.
One of the House of Representatives for Connecticut for the New Haven ward.
That's dope.
So he got himself a little Congress opportunity. You know?
I've seen that before, like how people get out of jail and then get a spot in like Congress or politically. Like I like Angela Stanton. I don't know if you know who that is, but I fuck with her. Like she went to jail for some shit, and then she got out of jail, and then she became like, you know, heavy on her Republican shit. And but like I just like how she moved now, like, and she, you know, she goes against. I guess her son is trans. She's like, look, you can be whoever you want to be. I just don't want the kids knowing that or thinking that certain things is normal and it's not. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I like how she carries herself as a woman that, you know, came from the prison system, and she's not a victim of it type shit.
That shit is inspiring, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because they do not give too many opportunities to criminals out here, bro. It's hard.
We have a few events coming up this year. I just want to shout those out. Um, August 15th of this year, we're having an event at the New Haven Green. It's called the Black Wall Street event. We're gonna have a kiosk set up. We're gonna be advertising some merchandise. We're gonna have some hats, some t-shirts, um, different colors, different styles, different sizes. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get some double X's because some people want the double X joints, so they don't be too tight. Um, High quality material, good style, and also it's gonna be a lot of vendors at the event, so there's gonna be opportunity for people to network. Um, and we're gonna be going live. We're gonna be recording them to show us their merchandise and how long they've been in business and um, why their business is important to our community.
That's solid, bro. I remember last year that shit was dope.
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be their fourth year or fifth year. They've been around, man. They've been doing it. They want to be consistent with it. And I love it because they really get a lot of people out there. A lot of people out there. It's something positive, you know. All different vendors, all different businesses, different industries. Like you probably never even know.
I can
All in
imagine.
your backyard.
I can imagine. And I love the fact that it's our people, bro. I think we need more of those businesses, bro. More, especially like holistic healing and shit like that. More of our people need to be into that because, you know, I just want to see a familiar face, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we deserve that as our people. A lot of times they say we don't support each other, but I'm definitely down to support people that I feel like, you know what I mean, look like me because they look like me. Why wouldn't I? I just don't see a lot of the businesses flourishing. So these type of events, you know what I'm saying, definitely open my eyes to that situation.
Hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm not helpful.
Chris OD.
I'm SmileyJizzle, and we out.